idea. I think I'm very susceptible to the weather, I think. I mean, it's not 90 degrees, so I think it's time for some hot tea. I think I'm very easily influenced. Oh my goodness. So I think it's
Oops.
time.
Can't find my volume.
Your what?
Volume.
Uh-oh.
Okay, there we go.
Tea time, ladies.
Hello. Well, look who's first in the box.
Hey, Sherry. Kathy.
Out all day. I saw her at Jersey's. Hey, Kathy. Sherry. Yep, I told Rosemary, I said, there's two people already in the box. It's probably Kathy and Sherry. And no, hello. It was Lana to the front of the room. Good job. I thought you were eating soup.
Oh, yeah, no.
That's what I had. I had homemade chicken noodle soup, and I'm going to have some homemade vanilla pudding.
Ooh, sounds yummy. Sorry, ladies, I'm probably going to slurp. It's really hot. Hot tea, hot tea.
Hot tub.
Hot tea.
Now, see, your clay doesn't look like poo.
Well, this is how the clay looks when it's worked on. That is the color of the clay. And then this one, I painted it with paint that's called burnt orange. It looked like a little clay color to me, terracotta kind of clay color.
Look at you with your African tribal.
That's right. You guys are saying, what are we going to do with that? What are we going to do with that? Well, there's one thing. What are we going to do with that? There's the other one I did with the beads. What are we going to do with that? Shut up. We're going to do it together.
He's not here yet.
Oh, okay.
Jean will dadgum sure keep you honest. I like to hear that bus.
The what?
Is that a bus or like a little safari suburban or something?
Where?
See the picture on top of your cigar box?
Oh, yes, that's a safari bus from I guess that'd be like the 30s.
Hey, Stasia.
There's the plane.
The plane.
The train. The elephant. Uh-oh. The lady and the fabric. Everything.
So the past, the present, and the future all walked into a bar. And it was tense.
These sound like they should be like in a little book for 5-year-olds, but a 5-year-old wouldn't get that. So I guess it's for adults.
Hey, Elizabeth. All right. I don't have no book.
But... Stasia, did I say hello to Stasia?
Nope. Ah, Janice.
Janice got it.
It was tense.
That's a good one.
All right, Jean. Get your butt in here.
That's right.
Hello, Diana. The fun police. Lana was the first one to thumbs up, y'all.
Yay!
Just to let you know, Susan, I canceled my trip to Oklahoma. Okay, I will scratch that out.
Mark that down.
Oh, I had it written down on her page. I'll scratch that off. I have Stasia going on vacation October 1st. Linda Morell's going to dinner tonight, so she'll be late.
Yes. We're not going to worry about Linda till later on tonight.
Lana says, okay, I am blonde. That went over my head. You know how it's past tense, present tense, and future tense in English? So the past, the present, and the future all walked into a bar, and it was tense.
That's a good one. I like that.
So I was really looking forward to some Amish canned goods. Kathy, what's up?
Oh,
You don't want to go by yourself?
at first I thought you were talking to me. I'm going, what the heck? What live are you on?
It's okay. Well, let's be quiet.
So anyway, some of you were asking about the beads. So I don't think these are completely dry because I didn't do them last night. I did them early this morning. And they usually say to leave it about 24 hours. So
Hey, Leslie, drive safe.
yes.
Hey, Leslie's hubby.
So, and I did put, so we can, play with them a little bit, with some paint or something. I did put a matte varnish. Was it matte? Yeah, a matte varnish on these maybe about a half hour ago. But technically, you shouldn't be sealing these until they're completely dry, because what you're going to end up doing is you're going to trap the moisture in there. But the fact that I have a hole in there and I didn't seal the whole part, I'm just hoping that it will completely, all the moisture will go through the part inside that's not sealed. I'm hoping. Anyway, it isn't like these are for sale or anything, so I'm not going to worry too much. These I did, I think I showed you guys a couple of weeks ago, these molds that I had. So these are with the clay also, and I just stuck them in the molds, and I think they look kind of cool. Then when I did the beads, I was thinking, well, if you guys have stamps, or if you have these, remember this was like a big thing at some point. I don't remember when. I got these at a garage sale, so I guess it was a long time ago. But these are made, really, they are made for clay. But I like using them on my encaustic stuff and on my clay and on my gel plate. So if you guys have any of this kind of stuff that you've had forever and never used it, now's the time to bring it out. Hey, Jean. So
all right, Lana, I wrote that down. Lana's going to Colorado for a couple of weeks on September 26th, but she'll pop in while she's out there.
Oh, that's the day after my anniversary.
There's Jean. I sent her a note. I said, hello, bead and bracelet night. Get your butt in here. And you see that she's sporting her stuff on her wrist. Hey, Amy, lurk on.
Lurky lurk.
And I don't like pumpkin spice either, Amy. Oh, Leslie's husband said hello.
Hello.
Too bad his cellist isn't here.
Oh, yeah. Where is she?
Yeah, where has she been?
She might be recording.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Jean said.
Remember, she doesn't know about the rules yet, so we got to give her a little leadway.
Well, then that means she's not a replayer.
Oh, that's right. Oh, my goodness. Yep, she may not be. You just don't know. But anyway, if you guys have some of these, and you go, oh, yeah, I do have some, go get them out.
I do, but I don't have the thing they go on.
Well, I don't have the one that this goes on either. The only one that had, I mean, these two had it, but there weren't any others that fit on it. They weren't, that size, and there weren't any more that fit on this one either. So, so you can just like roll it.
Oh wow, I didn't even think about that.
And the hole goes all the way through. So if you had like a skewer or something, you could just put it in there and if it glue it in it so it won't so it would move, not just spin around. And you could, get that. But you can do it with your fingers, no big deal.
Because that garage sale that Betty and I went to, it wasn't a garage sale, it was a yard sale. And apparently this lady had a studio like you. And she passed away.
Mm-hmm.
Her daughter had all her stuff out in a yard.
Mm.
So she had those big plastic drawer combo things.
Mm-hmm.
So I just loaded all the drawers up in like 5 of them. Yeah. And I walked over to the lady and I said, $100? And she said, really? I said, yeah. That's where I got every single one of those, those things like the crocodile, all the ones.
Oh, wow.
I got a bunch of those things right there. There was buttons and jewelry and all kinds of, every kind of craft supply you could think of.
Wow. You were very generous because, she'd have probably just given it away practically.
Man, the whole yard was completely covered.
And that is why I tell you guys, use your stuff, because that's what your stuff's going to end up. All of you people, all of us.
That's right.
Use our stuff.
I'm going to send mine to these people who are cleaning their craft room.
I mean, because I'll be very honest with you. Certain kinds of papers, I guess more so papers than anything. And I'm not even talking about, brand name papers like Tim and, People's papers like that. I'm talking about like old papers that I get a hold of. And I'm not a big scanner. And you guys know I don't sell digitals or any of that stuff. So I just kind of sort of have to have it around me for a little while. And I do look at it. It isn't like it just stuck somewhere. I bring it out and I look at it. I put it on my table and I look at it. And my husband will walk in and he'll start reading it. And so, it's more like entertainment for us for a while. And then, I'll put it out there for you guys in the kits or something. But I do live with it for a little while, at least like 2 or 3 months. It's mine. And then after that, it's like, no, we got to do something with it.
If you could trust people, I would like to open like a Facebook group or something called I'll give you this.
Oh yeah. Well, there was a few people
for that or something, but you can't trust.
Yeah, it's like a bartering. There was a few people and they like really, really knew each other. Not really, really, but like you and me, like say you and I did it and Betty and maybe Peggy or something like that. We all kind of know each other, right? And what they did, which was a kind of a cool idea, and I think Mary was involved in this one that I'm talking about. They got a box, like a flat rate box, and they put they put some cool stuff in it. Whoever started it filled it up, and the next person, they would mail it to one of the persons involved, and they could take out whatever they wanted, but they had to fill it back up. If they wanted everything in the box, great, but you had to fill it back up with equal quality of stuff.
Oh, wow.
And then you send it to the next person, and so everybody just got all the stuff that they wanted. But I liked the idea, but I was trying to think how something like that wasn't as expensive. Even though, you were really getting a lot more than what you're paying for the postage, but so that other people could participate, I never came up with a really good plan. So I never even put it out there, but they did it and they were very happy and everybody loved what they got. And, it just went kind of like in a circle. And, but there's got to be, like you say, some kind of way you could do it.
I know what, we can all send a giant box to you. And then
I send out pieces, parts to everybody that sent me a box.
And then everybody who sent in a box, because you'll know if it's full, everybody gets a number. And then you go around, and when it's your number, you pick something out of the pile. To fill up.
Oh.
And once your box is full, then it ships out.
Oh. Yeah. So I'm sure Janice will come up with the name. She says to make Kaboodle, so it's going to have to be called
Viewer Kaboodle Kit.
Viewer Kaboodle. There you go. That would be pretty fun if it would work. Well, I guess it would work, because if you sent it, you sent something in, so it isn't like you're trying to get something for nothing.
Right.
Yeah, that might work, you guys.
But then you'll have all these people coming in going, "Hey, how do I pay for this? How do I No. Back up, Jack. You had to have had perfect attendance for 4 straight weeks and no tardies.
No tardies.
Annie Mae, you're out. Annie
You
Mae.
are tough, unless you come with a doctor's note.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, you could call it like a. I mean, I know this name's already taken, a round robin or something, or.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think in theory, I really do think it would work. I'm trying to think of, I'm always looking at where it can go wrong.
Look at Jean. The only thing, though, is you'd pay shipping twice. Because we'd pay shipping to get it to you, and then we would ship it out, and we would pay for the shipping to your.
Yeah.
Huh.
But if everybody sends cool stuff, it's still cheaper than if you bought it.
Right.
And if we did it for the month of the Kaboodle, do that in lieu of a Kaboodle for that month, then even if you sent out $10 flat rate, $10 to me, and then $10 back to you, it's still cheaper than the Kaboodle was, because the Kaboodle's $35. So you'd still come out ahead.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah. Still.
There you go, Janice. I'm glad I reread that, because.
I had to read it twice. I'm like, what, Janice? To the back of the room, girl. I just need glasses, that's all. I really do. Anyway, so you guys that got the little accessory kit, you got those wires, right? Do I have an extra one here? Here we go. And I know some of you are going, well, what are we going to do with that? What are we going to do with that? What are we doing with that other thing? What's going on here? Who's on first? Wah, wah, wah. Okay, so anyway, so you guys that got the accessory kit, you got some of these. And it's, what is this called? Memory wire? Is that what it's called? I think so.
Sure.
Yeah, memory wire. And so all I did was some of the beads we made together, the fabric beads, and some that I already had made, I just started putting them in here. I just, we'll make one together. But, it's just that simple. Make your little beads, put them in your wire, and, you just have to make a little circle at the end, so that it doesn't come out. So you have a little stopper of some kind, and it held just fine even without putting a little dangle of any kind. But I think it looks kind of super duper cute if you put something down there. And that's it. And then I had a few pieces of fibers, so I thought, ooh, I think maybe we need some little fibers on there. So I just cut a little piece about that big, tied it around there, tied a knot, and see, it's right in there in between on the actual wire. And that's it for this. I mean, it's like, hello, easy. And it looks kind of cool. And then this one, it's just, here, let me undo it. Whoa. This one, I just did it like a braid, basically. And I found a button that had a large enough of a, what is it called? A shank? Is that what that's called? Anyway, it was large enough of a loop there that I could get all of this fabric through there. I think there's 3 strips, I guess. And then I put it through there, and I put it through there obviously before I did any of the braiding. It was just loose. And then once I got it and I doubled it, right? And then I just braided it and tied it off. And then this serves as the closure, and it just goes through any one of these many loops that you have. Again, whoops, very simple. Not too simple to put on by yourself, but what bracelet is. And there you go. And I had a little elephant, so I put a little elephant there on the end. And that's that. So
Cool.
we had done some beads already, but for those that weren't here last week, we'll do, or I think it was last week we did it. I can't remember. I'll show you again, real simple, how to make the cloth beads in case you weren't here. And if I have enough, we'll go ahead and put them on here. And I do have a couple of tools that I use when I do my jewelry making. Now, when you have normal wire that isn't memory wire, it's really easy. You can bend it with your finger. This memory wire, because it's not supposed to undo the shape it's in, it's actually, I couldn't even do it with my fingers, and you can see how thin it is. I can't do that with my fingers. So I did have to use, and I don't even know what this thing is called. It's the one where you can make this, the rings or the circles, you know. Yeah. So I had to use this one to actually make the whoops, where'd it go? To make that little curl at the end, the little loop. And even with this, it was kind of tough. So if you don't have something like this, you're going to have to at least get a what? Let me think. What would you guys need? Like a pliers or something? I'm not exaggerating. You need something really strong that won't cut it. I do have these also. You could probably use, obviously you could use this. The reason I like this one is because once I grab it, because it is all circular, you know, I just kind of twist it a few times and it makes that round. This, you'd end up with something a little square, but it really doesn't matter. But just so you don't get frustrated, go, I can't make the circle. Well, if all you have is pliers, it's not going to make a circle. It's going to make like a rectangle. But again, that's fine. It's no big deal at all. But
Well,
just
hi,
so
said hi, Annie Mae.
hey. So just so you know, you will not be able to do this with your fingers alone. You need to have some kind of a little tool. Yeah, I did see that, Jean. It wasn't easy. I mean, it wasn't I mean, for how many times I'd use it, it was kind of expensive tool. So I thought, I'll just use what I have. And you know.
That's good they let you change your ticket, ma'am. She said she was going to the theater tonight, but had
That's right.
to switch tickets to next week because she had to work late.
Aw. That is good. Lots of places it's hard to change. Well, most places things are sold out. I guess nowadays nobody's sold out anywhere. Okay, let me put my tea over here. Do my phone before I drop my tea on my phone. I don't really have a problem. Okay. So let's get out the goodies for the actual beads. And I do have a few made. Here, let's go ahead and start off first of all. Let's do the little twist.
Come on, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do the twist.
Now, because all these beads, at least mine, have a pretty big opening there, you can see right through it. That means this loop has to be a little kind of big so that it doesn't just like go through. So I just put one there so I can, well, let me see if I can find a thinner loop. I mean, a thinner hole so I can make a thinner loop. Well, that one's a little thinner.
Also, if you tie your fiber at the end.
Yeah, that's what I ended up. That's why initially that's why I ended up putting these little charmy things so that it wouldn't be able to go through. So it wasn't so much a fashion statement
Hey, Journey.
as the block to the actual beads. So anyway, so let's put this in here.
Hey, Tamar.
Hey guys. Now, because I do need it a little bit bigger, I bring it all the way down to the bottom because that makes the widest loop. So if you have one of these tools, go down to the bottom part to make that loop. And there you go. Now it can't come out. Can you see that? Yeah. Maybe not. There we go. Well, it's kind of thin, but you get the idea. And then now you just start filling it up from the other end, from the opened end. And then once it's all filled, then you just do the same loop on this end here. Let's see how many I already have made. Now I'll know how many more I need to make to fill this up. Hopefully not too many. I try to stagger the colors a little bit and the sizes, just so it has a little variety to the eye. And I leave all the strings and everything. I don't care. And then once you're all done, then you can, trim them off if they look a little irritating to you.
Yeah, but if you're going to put fibers on it, you're going to have strings.
I know, exactly. Okay, maybe I won't have to make any more. I'll just make you a little sample one just to look at.
Oh, on top chat. Oh my God, General Hospital's getting so good.
I bet you everybody that used to be on there when my mom used to watch it, they're probably all dead. I mean, they were already older people.
Nope, Monica Quartermain is still there. Several facelifts.
Oh, wow.
Laura from Luke and Laura is still there.
Oh, boy.
And now their grandkids are starting college.
Wow, you guys got to make quite a few beads. Let me tell you. I'll count them in a second how many are in here. But you're going to have to make a few. Or you can always cut your wire if you just want it to go around once. That's also a possibility.
Like these people don't have enough scraps. Y'all need to slow down. Man, that filled up fast.
Yeah. This one only had 2. This one had 3. Okay, maybe 1 or 2 more. Put some small ones.
Hey, Tina. Who's Patty? Who's Maggie? Hey, Patty. Hey, Maggie.
Okay, so I've got like about a little over an inch left. So I'm just going to go ahead and twirl that. Oh, let me find a bead that has a more narrow opening. So I don't have to worry so much.
All right, tell your mom hey.
Oh, here's one.
Hey, Suzanne.
Hello, everybody. I'm concentrating.
I know if you're not reading chat, you're really confused by the last several statements.
Ooh, but I do like that pink one, but it's kind of got a chunky hole. I don't like how thin that is. Okay, I might just have to put 2. No, I don't want that one. Put that there. And then put that there. And then do the loopy loop. Yes, sirree. Yes, sirree. Whoops, that's kind of close. But that's okay. Okay, scoot them all down. So you got room.
That's all right. Tell Patty and Maggie we said hey. I assume you're talking about sacred mementos over there.
And then let her rip. Hope it doesn't pop out the other end. Boing! Boing! Okay, it looks like it's holding pretty good. But pretty good is not good enough. So that's why I end up putting a little something on the end. Or like Susan said, even if you just put a piece of fabric and some you know, stuff. Let's do that. Let's do that. I've got the fibers. Let's see, I do. Okay, so we put that through there. Let me just tie it off like that, right through the hole. That's one way. getting a little more blockage there.
Whew, at my age, I don't need a little more blockage.
And then you get all the fibers out like that, and then cut it shorter if it's too long. For right now, just going to leave it like that. We can always do the chop later. Okay, then put a little something on this end.
So is that eyelash trim or fun fur or?
This particular one, I don't know. This was a gift from the ladies. From Carol. She gave me a whole bunch of cool stuff. I've gotten so much use out of it all. All right.
Why'd you freeze? Did you just stop moving?
No.
Okay.
I'm still moving.
Nobody's chatting, so I was getting concerned, but they must all just be watching you.
Uh-oh, what is Tina talking about? A car crash? What?
I don't know. She said that she's cleaning her house like a mad woman because her friend down the alley hit a car head on. So I'm not sure how those two go together, but
Oh no, she might have to be taking care of her friend.
uh-oh.
She has to clean up a space for her in her spare bedroom. See how I'm making up the whole story already?
Oh, yeah. Everybody said you froze for a second, but you're all good now.
Okay, good. All right. So, I mean, it's that simple, you guys. And then if you like some of the little, if you have some little things you want to hang from here, I put them here on the end, but, you could just as easily hang them,
In between.
Yeah, in between.
I know Jean Wright, and she's talking all nice tonight. I don't know if it's a medication or. Hey, Peggy. Peggy says, hey.
Hey. Another one that does a lot of cleaning up.
Yeah, she's always cleaning and destashing and.
You're just a cleaning fool. Okay, let's put this right here. Just so you can see what I'm talking about. I just literally just tie 2 knots. That's it. Whoops, when you can find the end.
Oh, no. Sorry. So sorry, Tina. No, the lady died.
Oh my goodness.
Well, she didn't say lady, but.
Sorry. Wow.
She's using her
energy. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
She's got an alley like you.
Mm-hmm. Mine looks like a old country road. It's so funny when we come in through the alley, because people's backyards meet right up to it, and the alleyway is all gravel. The city puts gravel down there. So when you're driving in, some people have their trees going over, some people have their flowers all the way to the end, and it really does feel like you're just driving down an old country lane. And we're here in the city.
Yeah, my grandma had an alley. A shell alley. I used to hate that when my grandma would get new shell in her driveway. Oh my gosh. Because we were like barefoot, constantly.
Oh.
Well, you know, once the cars have been driving over the shell for a while, you're good to go, man. You put down a shell and I'll stop you in your tracks.
Yeah, the one year that I think it was like the second year we were here, one of our neighbors in their backyard had like around 4 or 5 plants of corn, you know. I mean, it wasn't like the whole yard, but they liked having their corn, and they said that, you know, like 3 or 4 plants was good enough for them, and you know, they wouldn't have enough corn to chew on during the summer. But one of them, for some reason, it kind of blew over or something, the seeds or whatever, the corn, I should say, blew over close to the alley. And so that's my husband and I, we would just chuckle because here we go down down the alley and we've got corn growing. I said, where do we live?
Chickens running across the road.
Now we got the chickens. Oh yeah, Kathy knows how to get into it. Takes a lot of talent to get into my driveway in the back because you're fighting the other people's bushes and berry bushes, all kinds of stuff. Anyway, okay. So you guys know how to do that, right? That was easy enough.
Check.
Check. Next. Oh, let's see. I have to put that on.
Now for the totem pole beads.
Well, I can't really show you how to do these because, you know, you have to have the mold. I don't have the mold. But these, we can play with those. And here is mine right here. Not Maya's, but, you know, my uns. And where I had some toothpicks. Where is my toothpicks? I thought oh no. Well, here's one. I had some more, but I lost them somehow. Oh well. And your hands are going to get dirty. That's just all there is to it. Unless you wear, like, if you don't want, because this stuff, you know, it comes off on your hands. And so if you don't like that, make sure you have some gloves on. I hate working with gloves, so I'm just going in. And then you can make them any size you want. So let's start off with just something small. And
Peggy, you had the worst luck with electronics.
oh, now what happened to her?
He said, good grief, my iPad ran out of juice and now my PC is trying to update something. I'm trying to fix it before it blows me away.
So just make a circle, whatever size you want. That's kind of sort of the size I made, that one right there. And then I just put a toothpick through there. And if all you want is, you know, a round bead, you're done. Pull it out and put it down to dry. But if you want a slightly different shape, then, like, say you want more of a, trust me, I am not a bead maker. These are my first beads I've ever attempted. So those of you that know how to make beads, don't be laughing. Do not be laughing. So if you wanted more of that kind of a different type of shape, and then if you wanted, and if you had some stamps you wanted to use, or if you have these kind of roly-poly things. Now the first one, you can go ahead and set it down, but the second, when you flip it over, you can't because then it flattens all out your design. But see, there's, oh, you probably can't see it, but it's like a little vine of flowers and leaves. And then you have to try and do that mid-air.
Lisa was thinking that y'all were going to do a clay rub or something on your page.
Oh, oh boy. So there you go. So this bead is just ready to dry. So, and then if you want to make other kind of marks with it, if you, whatever, you have probably all kinds of cool tools you can make your marks with. And then when you pull this out, don't just pull it, twist it and pull it, or else it might catch and the whole thing falls apart. That happened to me already. That's how I know. And then let's make another one.
You could also just take your toothpick and etch in it,
That's right.
and then
I,
when you paint it, it'll be cool.
I think that's what I did. I did that with one of these. I forget which one, to tell you the truth.
Can you dry on the tooth
Can I
pick?
what?
Can you let it dry on the tooth?
I didn't. I don't know the answer to that. I'm not sure if it would. I don't know. The answer is I don't know.
Maybe if you let it dry if you pull your toothpick out and clean that residue off,
Mm-hmm.
then put it back in,
Yeah.
or maybe spray your toothpick with Pam.
What you could do, which I did when I made these, and I forgot to do it. I put a little bit of baby powder in my hand so this wouldn't stick so much, and I also put it on here so when I stuck it in, it didn't. It moved in and out a lot easier. So that might be a way of allowing you to keep it in, is if you coat a little bit of, whether you do it with flour or cornstarch or baby powder, anything.
Yeah, I got a pending lawsuit with baby powder.
Okay. Oh, a loved one has died. Okay. So I'm going to just give this one a goofy shape. Don't know what that shape's going to be yet, but a little bit longer maybe.
Make it look like a Tootsie Roll.
And then I don't know if I can. I'm going to try and twist it. I don't think I can. Oh, maybe I can.
You can like roll it across your mat, huh? Like a
See how it looks like a little twist?
a twist. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. So that's kind of cool. Looks like a nut.
Sometimes you feel like a nut.
And then twist it again before you pull it out.
I don't think she did, Journey. I think she said you had to have a mold for those. Somebody must have given them to her.
I bought that mold a while back, actually. Yeah. Quite a while back.
It looks like a raisinette.
Okay. So anyway, you get the idea. I mean, just roll it up in your head. Just all of you guys have played with Play-Doh and silly putty and all that stuff when you were a kid. No different. No different. Quit trying to act like you're all grown up. Let's see if I can get that through without breaking it. Or, not going straight through.
That's a Vienna sausage. Or those little cocktail weenies that you put in barbecue sauce.
Yeah, it did look like an appetizer of some kind, didn't it?
Or ketchup and grape jelly.
Ooh.
What you talking about, Willis? That's good sauce.
Oh gosh. Okay, so let's see. What do I have? I don't know what this is, but it's gonna flatten it because it's so big.
You know what I would do? I would take a piece of string and I would wrap it around it and then take it off.
You mean cut it with string or just put the string on it?
No, so like take a string and wrap it around it to where it makes a string indentation in it and then take it off.
Oh,
Or leave the string on it. I don't know.
I don't know. Okay, let's see. Do it all the way around?
Yeah, like like you're twisting all the way down.
Mm-hmm.
But it has to make an indentation on it.
Yeah. Whoops. Oops. Oops.
Maybe not.
It's not cooperating. Hold on. One more
Hey,
try.
Linda, how was dinner? Yeah, from up here it looks like a weenie.
Yeah. You weenie, you.
That won't work. Hey, Hassan.
Hassan, how are you at bead making? Hey, halfway.
There you go. Now I'm seeing corn dogs.
You must be hungry.
I
You've been to the zoo, the carnival, everything since you got here.
Oh man, she had steak and potatoes.
Okay, you guys get the idea. I'm getting all this junk all over me.
Oh, she took her workers out for supper. They're finally getting her kitchen done.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, and then you could put some like holes in it. Now it looks like a hornet's hive, hornet's nest, or a beehive.
Oh, Stasha had corn dogs for lunch. Hassan likes your bracelets.
I wonder what Hassan had for lunch.
She made those, Hassan. What'd you have for lunch, Hassan? Enlighten us.
Yeah. Please don't say you had pizza.
If you had a corn dog, make it sound good.
Yeah, at least have it wrapped around in some naan bread or something.
Allie has a question. When making fabric beads, how do you keep them from fraying?
I don't. I actually like that they fray. So I don't do anything to discourage it, to tell you the truth. And it depends on the fabric. Like this fabric frays very little, so it looks really clean, like I really did something to stop it. This one, I encouraged the fraying because I just loved it so much. So I started pulling threads all over the place to get that poofy effect. And then this other end, I didn't pull them, but I left them as is. And
You can.
and this regular just cotton, it didn't fray hardly anything, but I didn't do anything to stop it. What are you gonna say, Susan?
I was gonna say you could maybe like take your strip of fabric and just lightly brush the edges with Mod Podge or a matte medium
Yeah.
or something.
And they have a thing, Aileen's, I think, has it. It's called like No Fray or something like that. And I bet you that's all it is something like Mod Podge. But they have it in spray and they have it where you can brush it on and it stops the frame.
Yep.
Does,
Suzanne said fray check.
yeah, yeah. But I actually like all the frames, so I don't, I don't worry about that because we end up putting fibers to make it look messy. So let let it look messy naturally.
That's right, Allie. Don't be afraid.
Yeah, don't be afraid. Okay, so these are going to dry at least 24 hours. The sun comes out tomorrow, I'll put them out there to dry. And then these are almost dry. And these are dry. I did these a couple of days ago. These aren't beads though. You can turn them into beads, but this was the first time I used the mold, and they showed you to make 2 of each one, and then you back them up, and then you put, something down the center to create the hole like we did here. And then you put them together, and then while they're still, moist, you just, rub them together so that you create one continuous bead as opposed to, seeing the seam there. And anyway, but I didn't do that because it was my first time doing it. I didn't even know if it was even going to come out or work or anything. And I didn't want to go through all that trouble. And then, it didn't even come out. But now I know they work. So I'll probably try and do that in the future.
So Hassan said that it's nighttime there, so he eats a traditional meal called a tagine or a tagine. Tagine.
Oh, yeah, it's in that thing, that pot.
Yeah, so it's kind of like chicken and a traditional pieces of braised chicken with spices and garlic, onions, olives, preserved lemons. And the tagine is the shallow clay vessel with a cone-shaped lid that the dish is traditionally cooked in.
Yes, I have 2 of those.
Yes.
Yes, I love.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But then you have to have that. I have to have that naan bread there on the corner there. I don't know what kind of bread he has, but
Oh, I like the naan.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'll have to have that when I do my little tagine thingamajigger. It just doesn't taste the same. And then I always make some kind of a yogurt with cucumber, not necessarily the Greek one, but some form of yogurt with cucumber in it.
No cucumber.
And, oh, it tastes so refreshing. It's so good, especially if what you cook is spicy hot.
Yeah.
That kind of makes your mouth not like go too crazy.
Yeah.
I like doing that. Okay, so does anybody need to see how to make the actual beads, or were you guys already? Anyway, hands up if you want me to show you how to make the fabric beads.
How do we do hands up on here? Let's see.
Me.
Oh.
Yes. No, I already know how to make them. Oh, I had a few made over here too. Let me get this out of the way. I think everybody knows how to make them. I don't think there's going to be a big request.
No. Allie said she knows how. Journey said yes, please.
Okay, no big deal. I can show how to make a couple of them. No problem.
Jean put her hand up.
Everybody makes them different, and I probably make them the worst of everybody because I'm lazy with everything I do.
Whatever.
So, no, I admit it. I mean, if there's an easier way to do something, I'll do it that way. I won't necessarily do it the right way. I'll do whatever works for me.
So Kathy said, "What do you do with the beads after they dry? Just paint them, decorate them."
We'll play around with these because I actually haven't made any beads for this look. I've done them when I do my Asian ones, and when I do my Asian ones, I do them all black or all red, and then I rub some of the gold rub over them, and they look really super cool. But I've never done them for this look, so we'll do it together. I'm still not sure what I'm going to do, to tell you the truth, but we'll do it. We'll do it.
You could also put a light color on them and then use your distress stain to get in the
I like that.
antiquum.
Yeah. Yes. I was just going to let those dry a little bit more because I just put the varnish on them about an hour before we started. I know it only takes like 45 minutes to dry, but I wanted to make sure they're completely dry. All right. So we're going to, let's make a couple. So when you're making these, I mean, I use any glue I have. I've used this. I've used glue stick. I mean, whatever. So whatever you have, that's what you can use.
Allie, on the ends of when you go back and watch the video, on the ends of the memory wire where she made a circle with her pliers, then she just tied a fiber in that circle.
Yeah, on this one I did a little here. I made the little loop at the end.
Yeah, loop. Excuse me, loop.
I called it a circle. I call it everything. I made a little loop there, and then I just got a little piece of fiber. That way it would stop the bead from coming all the way through. And on this one, I just put a little charm at the end to stop it from maybe, jumping that little loop.
And you can also tie them in between the beads around the wire.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, like she did with that fine burgundy.
Like that right there.
Yeah. That is the memory wire. Do you know, is that just the standard gauge? I don't know if memory wire comes
I think it only comes in one gauge, but I say that because that's all that was available when I bought it was one gauge. So I'm gonna assume because it's got to be pliable for you to like take things off and on, but whatever they do to the wire is what makes it stay in its shape. The thickness isn't what does it. It's whatever they do to the actual wire.
I think it's infused with ginkgo.
Ginkgo? And let me go let me go get my bag. I don't even think it has a size on it. Let me go check. But I honestly don't think it has a size on it.
And for all you guys who bought the fabric Kaboodle, you should have those little clippers right there in that. That was the whole reason I wanted that kit.
Oh, I guess I lied. This one does have a number on it. So maybe it does come in other numbers. I don't know. This says 0.6.
0.6 memory wire, Journey.
0.6, but so if they give you, I don't know if they're giving you the dimension because it comes in various sizes, or they're just giving it to you so you know what kind of beads and stuff can fit. I don't know the reason, but I've never seen a different size. So, whoops, sorry. So, I don't know. Good question. Good question.
It says that memory wire, bracelet memory wire, is available in small, medium, or large, with sizes listed in diameter, the width across the center. There are 2 factors in choosing bracelet size: wrist size and bead size.
Yeah, they did have size this way. Whoops, sorry. That way.
Yeah.
Small, medium, and large.
Yeah.
But the actual wire, there was only this one size of wire.
Yeah, but they do use the American wire gauge scale for it. Yeah.
And I got a medium because I figured most people could accommodate, their wrist could fit into a medium size. So that's what I got.
There you go. The lower the gauge number, the thicker the wire, and vice versa.
I know. I always get that backwards.
Me too, because they'll go
always
20. I don't know what gauge. Just I don't know. And then I get it, and I'm like, what the heck? No.
All right. So you can get a piece that is just, whoops, it's just a straight piece, and then you'll end up with what? Do I have a straight one here? I don't know. Let me see. Like right here. No, that's not it. Oh boy. Okay, it'll just be like that. Or you can cut it in a diagonal, and then you get a different shape. Most of you have made them with paper. It's the exact same principle as far as the shapes you can come up with. Like this was done on a diagonal, so it gets more narrow in the center when you roll it up. We'll do it both ways in case you haven't done either way.
The song says when you laughed, he couldn't stop laughing.
Oh no. His parents must go, what is my son up to now? Listen to him.
Is he in there with that lady again, that American lady?
Those Western influences. Get out of there, Hassan. What have I told you?
He's hanging out with an American rusty peacock.
Do not let those Westerners influence you. Before you know it, you'll be eating at McDonald's.
Ew. I don't like nothing from McDonald's but their hotcakes and sausage.
Okay, now I can't find the thing that I used to twirl up my... Oh no, I'm really prepared. Hello. Okay, I'll have to use one of these over here. I don't like using this too much because it's kind of... Oh, we'll use it anyway. Who cares? Okay.
So looks like her...
Oh, how wide are my strips? Okay, good question. Every single strip is really a different... I don't do them the same, or else then all of my beads would be the uniform size, and I didn't want that. But just to give you an example, the one that we're working on right now is about 3/4 of an inch, the one we're going to play with right now. So all I do is you start with the widest end so that you can have that tapered look, and I roll it maybe a couple of times, and then I just get a tiny bit. And again, you can use any glue that you want, doesn't matter. Just make sure it comes out. That would be very helpful.
So that'd be about 19.05 millimeters for you Europeans.
And then roll it, a couple of inches. And you can make the length of your fabric anything you want, because that just makes your bead thicker. If you want a thin bead, then just all you need is a couple of inches, If you want a thicker bead,
just don't glue your fabric to the stick.
Yeah, I've done that before. And then make sure you put a little bit on the end. And then kind of twist and turn to get it out. And you have your bead. And then you can make them as wide or as narrow, and as fat or as thin. And then when you use other types of fabrics, which I like using like upholstery type fabrics, because look how cool these beads come out because it's so thick. This one won't be too thick because it's a little short stubby piece, but we can do it anyway.
Journey says, do you not have to seal them with anything?
This? Is she talking about this or the glue beads?
The bead. That one.
No, I don't.
Hey, Jennifer. Hey, Adria.
Hi, ladies.
If you do seal them with anything, Journey, make sure that you just dry clean only. But otherwise, you can just hand wash in cold water.
Wash. Wash. Okay. So, see, that was just a little small strip, about 2 inches, because it's so thick, it made it really a nice hefty one.
Hey, Valerie. Hey, Ann.
Hey, you guys.
Somebody just drove a bus over.
I guess so.
That one looks like it has a little skirt on it or something.
I know. Then what I like to do also is wrap a different fabric around it. So, like, for instance, what? Let's find a piece. Let's get a little small piece. I guess I don't have any in there.
Hey, Leslie.
Let's create a small piece.
Oh, Leslie drove the bus.
Oop, that may not be long enough. Nope, it is.
I want a bowl of tagine.
Okay, so you put another little piece of fabric on top of it, and that makes it kind of cool. That's what I did with which one? Now I can't find one. Okay, be difficult. I put, okay, that was, whoops, that was green, and I put some of the orange around that one. And then this one was green. I put a little piece of the purple around that one. You get the idea. Just get a little contrast, and it looks kind of cool. All right. And so you let these dry, and they dry pretty quick, especially if you use this. And then you just start beating them up, whichever way you're going to use them, and they're all ready to go. So there. All right. So now another thing you guys can do that got the accessory kit that had the strips of the fabric in there. I was playing around, and I know a lot of you ladies have a lot of fibers, and if you don't have fibers, you've got fabric, you don't even know what to do with. So you could always just cut some more strips, and this is the beginning of a extra large tassel. But with those books that we're making, the journals that we're making, they look really cool. So I got strips, and they're all different sizes. I didn't use any one consistent size. You can see this is 12 inches. So they're anywhere probably 15 inches to maybe even just 6 inches. So whatever pieces I had, and put them all together. And I didn't count how many I put. I just kept putting until I felt it the way I wanted it to feel, basically. Not so much look, but feel. And it would depend on the thickness of your fabric, or the thickness, of maybe if you're using yarn or whatever it is you're using. And that would determine the finished look. Here's a few others that I did.
I think Pearl's fixing to have a scrap sale, isn't she?
Yeah, something by the yard, she said, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just read the title on her thing. And then where's the one I was working on a little bit more on? Where did it go? Where did it go? I came up with an idea again to use up some of your stash. Whoops. Oh, and in the accessory kit, you got this little piece of, is this called, what is it? What is this called? I forgot that. It just left my head. For some reason, I want to say lapis, but I think lapis is blue. What are these called?
Hang on, I'm waiting for the smart kids.
Oh.
Adria said she loves her eco bundle. Thank you for sending the one she requested.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Jude, I saw Jude at
Caprice?
Caprice.
Caprice, is that what it's called? Oh, see, I didn't even know that was called.
Jean said she didn't get that in her kit.
What kit did she get?
Did you get the accessory kit, Jean?
I had these little pieces of I don't know what these are. I got them out of the yard like a year ago.
She said yes, she did.
Jean,
no, yes, she did.
What didn't she get?
She didn't get that Caprice.
You didn't get this in your kit? Or was it in the other kit? I got to double check. I don't even know what. I better shut up. I'll have to go look. Anyway, I'll double check. I don't know what it came. Rosemary, shut up. Anyway, so I got this together and I tied that just to one of the strings. No, this did not come in the kit. I had this sitting around. I go, ooh, that would sound cool. Almost looked like you were calling the cows home or something, you know. Anyway, I thought that was kind of cool to put on there. And then I was in my sewing room and I go, holy moly, wouldn't this look really kind of, I don't know, old. Okay, so a lot of you ladies have bought these, right? Haven't you bought these?
Betty buys them every time she sees them.
Okay, I haven't done it yet because I just saw this like an hour ago before we started. But I thought, wouldn't it be cool to put a bunch of different colors of paint on here, right? And maybe even like some dots and stuff. Some of like the traditional paintings on some of the different types of African ritual type of stuff that they have. And then because this has a hole in here, and then get this with your hot glue gun.
No, Anne, it's not a bong.
And then with your hot glue gun, glue that in there. And then this will be all painted really cool. And then you can lie to people and say when you visited Nigeria, that this was gifted to you by the chief because they wanted you to go home. American, go home. Here, have a toy. But so all I'm saying is look in your stuff. You've got stuff.
Look at Lana stepping right on up to the front with the top 5 kids.
With the what?
It's capiz shell. They use them to make hanging lamps. They're from the Philippines.
There you go. And this did come from one. Well, this wasn't a lamp. This was a wind chime that after the years, it just fell apart. So I kept all of these.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Yeah.
What is a lace shuttle? Not sure, Allie.
I don't know. Oh, she's talking about this. This is a bobbin, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. This is a bobbin from way back when.
No bongs in your kit, Jennifer. Just chill out.
Yeah. Everyone chill. But anyway, just imagine this painted up, or even just the way it is. It doesn't have to be painted, but I imagine it painted and, you know, different colors and.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's how I envisioned it. And then get a bunch of hot glue in there and stick that puppy right in there. And there you go. You can, it can be from any tribe you say it came from.
Next thing you know, we're going to be over at Lana's attending her lives on Saturdays or
That's
Fridays.
right. Susan, this was a bobbin for what? Was it for just real? I mean, for
I think it was for what do you call that? Like with the big circle thing?
huh?
Weaving or like Rapunzel. What did Rapunzel do?
I don't know.
What is Lisa does with the fibers where she spins it on her?
Oh, yeah. What is she spinning? She's spinning wool, right?
Yeah.
She's spinning wool. I just didn't know if this was literally for, yeah, I don't know what it was. Okay. Alex says spinning. I guess so. Oh, and then Suzanne says they hold thread.
Yeah, but they were for like spinning and weaving and for looms. It's like used in the textile industry.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't for us like what you would think of for a sewing machine type of thread. It was for other kinds of more more industrial type of
Drop spindles.
yeah, whatever they were making. I don't know.
Yes,
In a
the one
factory,
you have
yeah.
is a bobbin for the big looms in a factory.
There you go. There you go. So, but my point is, you guys got to look through your stash and see how you can repurpose something completely out of its original purpose. You know what I mean? And do something cool with it, something different.
There you go. Drill a hole at the other end and use it for a pipe.
Yeah. Well, the whole.
Johnny had red ones and blue ones too. So.
Oh, cool.
There you go, Catholic nun knuckle walker. And Ann said that on Johnny Walker.
And then let's see. So obviously, everybody doesn't have one of these. So but it was just an idea. I mean,
that's a very cool idea.
So what I did, which you guys can do, is you get your fabrics and your fibers and all that kind of good stuff. And then all you have to do is put a couple of the beads that you make, right? And I wrapped a wire to have that, close that shut, and then just pull the wire through those beads and do the same thing we did with this, make the loop. And then so it wouldn't come through, I tied a piece of fabric there to hold it in place. And then I got one of those bulb pins and put it through the loop of the wire. And now you can hang it on your journal or whatever it is you want to hang it on. I mean, you could turn it into an earring if you want, but
oh Lord,
it's not very heavy. I've had heavier earrings.
I tell you what, man, you keep those bracelets on and you make you another earring and put those on and you get your little tambourine and go home and see Mr. Morris about midnight.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, so those are kind of some of the stuff you can do. Also, a lot of you ladies probably have these crazy beads. Everybody has some of these crazy beads. What are these beads called? I forget what they're called. But they got, a big hole, which is good when you're dealing with fabrics. And if you want to put, if you want to tie this off with a piece of the fabric as opposed to tying it off with that. And then if you tie it off with the fabric, then these are big enough for you to run the fabric through instead of using the wire. And you could put these in between your fabric beads or whatever you want to do.
They're pony beads.
Okay. Oh yeah. So can you see right here, Susan, what Mary would do with this?
Yeah, I see the doll already.
She just put a head on.
But that's what I told her, and she said,
Look, there you go.
because I was thinking voodoo, and she's like, no.
There's the head.
But she does look like one of those African ladies where they have those cool looking skirts like that.
Yeah. She's all set to go. Let me see. Do I have a head somewhere around?
Yes, right there, that first bead, the short bead.
There she is.
Put the short bead on there.
A short bead where? What?
That short bead on the totem pole bead. Yeah.
There you go. Just need some hair.
There you go. Tassel dolls.
We got hair.
You could just glue like a piece of green fuzz and then have a little green. There you go. Oh. I think they had one of those on Gilligan's Island.
Probably.
All right, Mary, quit lurking. She's making dolls. You got competition over here.
Yeah, I can't compete with Mary's. I'm not even gonna try. Not even gonna try on the doll factor. Ain't going there. All right. So I know. She's gonna crazy.
And she bought every kit you had, so she's loaded up.
She's ready to go. That's if she can find it in that studio of hers. I didn't realize when she showed her studio, for some reason, I thought her whole studio looked like that rack that she had behind her, all organized, just flip it and everything's right there. Her place looks like mine.
And those cool airplanes her brother made with cans.
Yes. Man.
So they're just a whole little crafty family.
Yeah, she comes by it naturally. That's right. Okay, so what are we doing next? I don't know if you guys want me to literally show you how to make one. And there might be people out there who have never made a tassel before. I don't know.
I think it's been about 2 years since we had the tassel video.
Yeah, but how many people don't know how to make one though? Everybody may already know how to make one. I don't want to bore people with stuff that they already know how to do. So we got to hear from the troops.
Jean said, please show how.
Oh, okay. All right. We can do that. No problem. No problem. So let me get this out here. I use this as just a basic gauge because I don't measure. None of them are 12 inches exactly, but just so, you know, I get a general idea. Because sometimes I start going crazy and I get them too long. And I don't want to have to cut the stuff off and waste my fabric.
Oh, Mame said she's neutral on the tassel thing. Leslie said she don't know how, but go with whatever the group wants to do.
Okay. Well, we'll make one. It doesn't take that long. And the rest of you can hum. Those of you that have made hundreds of tassels, you can just start humming. Ooh, here's some nice pieces. Now, see, that's kind of long, but that's okay. It's real thin, so I don't mind cutting that off later. And I like thick ones, and I like thin ones. Excuse me. I think all the dust come out of this bag. Fiber dust.
And this reminds me of like when I remember when I was little and like because my grandma had kids like crazy. It was like the Kool-Aid house, and everybody dumped their kids at my grandma's house. And I remember there was like a salvage yard down the street, and they had all the salvage cars all down there. Well, they had this not a fender, but a metal wheel well.
Mm-hmm.
And it was raining that day and it was muddy, so we had snuck over through the fence to the salvage yard. And so I thought it would be cool to slide down that wheel well. I was standing sliding down it. Well, it had a piece of bent metal at the end.
Ouch!
And of course I was barefoot.
Oh.
And I cut my foot, and I remember going home to my grandma, and she didn't have no money. And I remember her taking sheets and tearing sheets into strips and wrapping my foot like with an ace bandage, but she ripped up sheets to do it. And she used to do that all the time. She would go in there and rip up sheets to bandage us. And
how often did you get injured?
Well, you figure when she's got 10 kids at a time.
Oh my goodness.
And we're all running wild in the pasture, she's always got somebody hurt. But
wow.
Yeah, she would rip up sheets or rip up old shirts or whatever into strips and just bandage us up.
You little tyrant.
Oh man, we were horrible. I remember when you sewed these tassel kits.
Yeah, when was that?
That was when you had your first live sale.
Oh, it was like 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
I think that was when Darla took her first Xanax.
Yeah, she may have taken 2 by the end of the night. Oh, isn't it lovely helping people that don't know what they're doing?
That was your first one.
Anybody counting? I don't count.
No, I'm just wondering when you sit around and tear these strips of fabric.
I didn't tear. Well, I'm tearing these smaller, but I buy them like this.
Hey, that's fabric salad.
I contacted there's several people that sell the authentic African fabric that I purchased from. So I contacted them, I don't know, a year ago, longer than that, and asked them, what do you do with all that salvage? Because in addition to selling fabric, they make clothing out of all these fabrics. So, obviously when they cut the patterns out, now what?
Because Jennifer Jane says, I remember that. And then Ami came out of hiding and she said, bah, Darla Carla.
Exactly. All night. And she answered to it too.
Oh, she's just so nice.
But so I contacted them and I said, hey guys, what do you do with the salvage? And they said, we throw it away. So then I told them I'd be interested. Well, those little stinkers, after they found out, hey, somebody might be interested, they started selling it by the pound.
Oh my gosh.
So that was kind of cool. So, but they haven't had it for the longest time. I have to contact and say, hey, what happened? I bet you somebody is just like buying it all direct now or something, because they haven't offered it in the longest time. But I'm going to contact them. I mean, I don't need any right now. I got plenty. I really stocked up, but Okay, so that's pretty good for that. I'm gonna start adding some fibers into that. Let me see. What did I do with my box of fibers? I had the whole box right here. Hello. Anybody see where I put my box of fibers? Oh dear. Oh, I put something on top of them. That's why I can't find them.
I don't know when she's doing tassel kits again. Yeah, I think it was Jessica Rapp that used to sell fabric salad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was Jessica. I don't know if she coined that, but she's the first person I heard call it that.
Oh Lord, it says this headline. Hey Riri, this headline just dropped on my phone and it says, naked woman driving a golf cart interrupted police during a 6-hour standoff.
Oh my god. Wow, there's still people that really need attention.
You just don't know.
You just don't know. Hey, maybe it was her boyfriend and she was trying to save him. Don't shoot him. Come and look at me. I'm naked.
I'm naked.
Don't kill him. I love him.
It's like, hey, look at me, look at me, look at me.
I love him. Can't find the end of this one. Woo. It is really wrapped around here. Okay, I'll have to pick another one because I can't find the end. Okay. And you just got to get a feel. Does it feel right? Does it feel okay? I think it's feeling pretty good.
Jennifer said, show us your studio and we'll help you find them. What is Stasha talking about in Florida?
Maybe that's where it happened.
Oh, could be. I didn't see where it said.
Yeah, golf cart, I would assume. That would make kind of sense.
I did say that, Annie Mae. Yeah, she must have come from a naked golfing lesson. I don't know, man. We have people driving golf carts all over around here because, we have the country club up the street.
But they have clothes on, don't they?
I think maybe Fridays at midnight. The Show Your Balls golf tournament or something.
Hole in one.
Yeah. Yeah. She interrupted them. They were on a stakeout. Thank you, Stasha. I just saw the headline drop down.
Okay.
So it was in Florida. Maybe it was Johnny or Kathy. Where's Kathy been?
Which Kathy?
Kathy's World.
Oh, I don't know. These people they just don't let us know what's going on. Maybe she's on the road.
Huh.
Okay, I think that's good enough, you guys. So I have these, whoops, something dropped there. So I have these, where'd they go? Oh my goodness, I can't find it now. Where'd I put it? I'll just have to get something else, I guess. Let me get something else. I'm not gonna go looking all over town for something. And I can't even tell you what it was I got. I bought something, and these wires kept it down on the cardboard. I don't remember what I bought.
Oh man, little kid toys are like that. I hate it at Christmas time. You can't get them out.
Yeah, exactly. But I saved them, and that's what I used to make my tassels, because it's thin and it's easy to.
You're right.
Really easy to wrap. And this is all I do, guys. This is it. Just do it a couple of times like that.
I guess you could also strip a bread tie.
Yeah. And then, oopsie. Then, if you just wanted to finish it off like this one is right here, then you go get some of your beads. Some of your beads that you made. Get all sassy with your beads.
So what's in those other sections? Just strips of fabric?
Yeah, I had pre-cut some of the fabrics to make the beads, and then I have my scissors in here. And
Okay, I
my
was just being
glue.
nosy because I needed to know, because you were only digging in one side, so I wasn't.
Yeah, because I don't think these are like, well, maybe there are some over here. Hello. Yeah, there is. Oh, the big fat ones are here. Ooh, I like that. Maybe I separated the upholstery fabric ones over on that side. I don't remember.
So that's a good thing to do if you're sitting there watching a Netflix series. You can tear
Yeah,
fabric or roll beads or.
that's exactly when I do it. It's when I'm just hanging out. Even I'm just on the dining room table chit chat with my husband, because my husband is a chatterbox. He loves to talk about everything. So I'm just like the audience for him. So I have to have something to keep myself
Oh,
occupied.
there you go.
So
Janet said Kathy's been camping in the RV, recovering from a cold and adjusting her meds and just trying to generally rest and chill.
oh, well, good for her. At least she's recuperating.
Exactly, Adria. We have freaking. Why do people say bread ties? Every loaf comes with one. Not like you're going to get home from the grocery store and go, oh, damn, I bought the bread with no ties. What the hell?
Oh, Kathy doesn't have any internet service. That's why she doesn't. Oh, okay. All right.
Well, when you go camping, you want to stay out of your phone.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Why not? All right. So then what you would do is, you would cut it off and you do the little twirly thing again, like we did with this, except it's a lot easier because it's not memory. Or if you didn't want to use this or didn't have anything like this, you could have used just another piece of your fabric, tie it around, and exactly like we did this, tie the knot. And if you can't fish the fabric through here, you can always just get a needle and put it on your fabric, and then, guide it through the your beads.
Good night, Journey.
Good night.
Yeah, we say bread ties too. I don't know for what. But I guess also you could take it and you could fold it back down before you wrapped it. If you wanted to come back through the bottom and hang something off. I don't know.
You could. Well, the things that I hung off on here, I tied literally to this.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, like my souvenir from Uganda. What I did is I tied this onto just one of the thin fabrics, put it through the hole, and then I
Good
put
night,
on.
me.
Good night, me. I put a couple of little doodads on there. I used one of the ball pins, but you know, you could just use another piece of fabric to connect all these to there. So.
Yeah, you can get those little packages of cowbells at Michael's that they put on the corsages for the homecoming.
What?
You know, when you have those big old corsages that hang down to the ground at homecoming dance or the Sadie Hawkins dance.
Never heard of them.
And your boyfriend brings you a corsage with the big mum, and it has all the ribbons and the tassels and the cowbells and all that stuff for you to go to the football game.
Never heard of it.
Where did you grow up?
I did California. We didn't do the cow thing.
Well, ours always had little.
We had the Rose Bowl parade, okay?
We had little cowbells hanging on them, and yeah.
Oh dear, yeah, never heard of that. Oh, and on this one, I had like, if you have old necklaces to tear apart, I ran. I used that same thing to connect these, and then I put one of my cloth beads, and then ran the wire through this, and then put another little bead that I had, and then did the loopy loop thingamajigger and tied that off with that. And I had some of that leather, and I tied that on there, and that's how that one was made.
Wow.
So, you know, again, just look at all the stuff you have that you can stack up. And I think I have.
I like the colors on that one.
Yeah, this one I made specific for that other journal.
Yep.
Oh yeah, here, look. Here's part of that necklace. So I have some elephants. I put a little elephant on that other one. But you know, I found these on old necklaces too. So you stay on the hunt and you can find some cool things.
Oh yeah.
And then on some other necklace that was really ugly, but it had these beautiful beads, and these beads are so heavy. They must be like solid brass or something, because they're very heavy.
Oh, they're metal?
These are.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's like on eBay. You can buy somebody's junk drawer.
Yeah.
Or just buy all their, giant box full of broken jewelry. Or
now I have these when we do. You probably can't see it, but when we do Egypt, these have. I forget the name of these stones. They're not. They're not turquoise. It's something else. Can't remember the name of it right now. But it has. Gosh, I can't even open this. It's so tiny. These have hieroglyphics from Egypt. Can you see that?
Oh yeah.
Isn't that cool? So I have several of those beads. So those are going to go, be incorporated with the journal that we're going to do with Egypt.
Or it could be some Chinese advertising for a laundry place.
No. Jean says, "Die how?" What did I say about? What are we talking about?
About how they're dyed.
What's dyed?
That.
Huh?
That's what you were talking about 2 minutes ago.
This?
I don't know.
No, I did. I did not say the word dye. That's what I'm trying to figure out. What are we talking about? Dye what?
Dye how and how light.
I didn't know. I know I didn't say
Oh,
anything.
they're called dyed howlite beads.
Oh.
You know how sometimes when you're typing and you go to hit the L, you hit the enter key?
Yeah.
I hate that.
Oh, okay.
Man, she is just Miss Bob Ross of the beading over here. Don't buy no Bob Ross product.
Yeah, that's right. You might have to repeat that several times.
I know.
All right. So, so this is the one we were working on. So what I would do is whatever's left over, I just fold it over, put a little bit of it in there, just so you don't have that pointy.
Where's Geneva?
Say what?
Where's Geneva?
I know she wasn't here yesterday either.
I know. But Nancy's here.
Yay!
So what are those what are those other things that you bulb clips?
Bulb
Clips. Okay.
because they're like a little bit like the shape of a bulb, so that's what they call them.
Okay. Hey, I have one of those too.
Do you use it?
I have one of those too.
I'm trying to get you guys to use your stuff.
Well, as soon as I can like be bewitched and make that crap walk down the stairs by itself,
Mm-hmm.
then I'll
I
use
told you need to train one of those dogs.
fetch.
That's right.
Go
Show them a picture.
Go fetch. Well, you know, Sophie was raised on my craft table upstairs.
Aw.
She was on my Sunday lives every week when she was a baby. I can just see me trying to get her 60-pound butt up on my craft table now.
Sorry, ladies. I gotta get this close so I can see what I'm doing.
But no, she doesn't need new glasses, Doc.
I know. I've been wanting new glasses for 3 years. I'm sorry, your vision hasn't changed. Well, excuse me. I don't think you know what you're talking about.
I know there's nothing like walking out of the ophthalmologist's office and having brand new glasses, and when you walk, it looks like the ground is going down.
Ew.
I love new glasses.
Okay, so now you get one of your little bulb clips. I got some here somewhere. Hold on. Or you could get a paper clip, whatever you want to use, whatever you have. Buying things are not required. Have a safety pin. You just get a regular safety pin. That would be cool too.
Or those scarf pins that don't have the thing at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are cool.
I got those. So there you go. And now it's all ready. It's all ready to put on your journal or whatever you're going to do. Wow. Or put a head on it and go dancing. You know, whatever.
Hang it from your rearview mirror with the
whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do. It's ready to go. Radio. Let's put a little fuzzy thing up here, a little piece of fabric or something. Hold on. Let's find something cute.
I just like all the colors.
There's got to be something cute.
You can have on the end of a stick and play with your cat.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see what we got here.
That's what I need, Kathy, but I'm waiting till I have a place down here to put it. And then I'm going to get the nephew and friends or somebody to bring it all down at one time. I'll hire a moving company. I just need you to take it from up there and put it outside in that new building.
And they're going to look at you and go, huh? Huh?
Man, this is Mayflower. We're cross country moving.
Yeah. We don't know how to do that.
Oh my gosh, I remember Betty's daughter's father-in-law. He had these two Spanish guys come over and help us with some last minute stuff. And so when they were getting ready to leave, I told Joe, I said, will you ask them for extra $20 if they'll take these boxes right here up there? And so he asked them. Well, while they were taking boxes upstairs, I was bringing boxes around the corner and sticking them on the stack.
You're so bad.
I mean, I only added like 15 boxes. It wasn't no big deal, but shoot, they made that. They had all those boxes upstairs in like 10 minutes. I was like, damn. Yeah, I'm waiting for the tea shed. But now I got to pay for the couch and the bedroom suite first.
Oh, boy.
But I needed that.
Let me see. What else do I have?
Okay, you alert, Jennifer.
I think I need this little green stuff. I'll put it on here. Make it easier.
So I'm wondering what.
Uh-oh.
So you know Mary, she has all those boxes that she's inventoried
Yes.
and written down on an index card.
Yes.
Well, unless she alphabetized that crap in those boxes. I would say,
Well, I've learned from Mary, she is a lister. That is what, I mean, she lives for lists of,
yeah.
Doesn't matter what kind.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what's on the list.
Yeah, because, you know, she's like in that Society of Idea Collectors or Ideas Society,
Yeah.
whatever that is.
I think she needs a list for her lists now because she's not really sure where the list is.
Yeah.
Because she's got so many lists.
Yeah, she needs like a card catalog system or something.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Like a library. All right, guys. So that's how you make your little tassel. Any questions?
I love that.
And then you could just clip it on to the side of your journal or the side of your bed, or like I said before, it can be a lovely earring.
Or a cat toy.
Or what?
A cat toy.
Yeah, it's a cat toy. Or you could irritate a dog with it.
Yeah, I could do that.
Whatever you want to do. All right. Okay, so we got our tassels.
Oh, there you go. She has a number. That's right, because she wants to paint her boxes
to put the number.
And they're on the card.
Yeah. But I think it'd be easier, Mary, if you just painted a card with the number and glued it on. You don't need to paint your box. No painting of the box.
Oh, she wants to paint the box.
Because, well, you know it's never going to happen. That's the point. She doesn't like it. Isn't like she already said this isn't going to happen for a whole year. If she starts painting, it's going to be 2 years. She needs to start doing it now so she can enjoy her stuff.
And then Lisa said, I'm going to dedicate 15 minutes. I promise 15 minutes, but I'm going to strive for 30 minutes a week or something. I'm like, you will never get that done. 15 minutes.
Who said that?
I think it was Lisa, My Eclectic Life.
No, never. That ain't gonna happen. Okay, so we've got all that done. We got the bracelets done. We got the tassels done. Showed how to start off doing your beads. That's done. What else? What
The
else
wire
are we
book
supposed
is
to
on a
do?
video.
Say what?
The wire book is on a video. So
Yes, please check your inbox over in Etsy. If you bought the kit for the wire, your video is in there on how to put it all together.
now, do I always have access to that, or do I download that, or would it?
The link will always work, and it will always be there as long as I'm alive. As long as YouTube is alive, it will be there at your leisure to put that together. Those of you, don't forget, those of you, in the past months that bought those pieces of tin, you also have in your inbox various ways of how to rust. So don't forget you have that also.
Oh yeah.
So what else? If you got, I forget what month it was. If you got the kit for the tin type, there's also a video of showing you how to do your tin types. You have access to that all the time also.
Jean said that was fun to make. I assume she's talking about the wire book.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's simple, but yet it looks kind of cool. Kind of cool, guys. All right, what's next? I don't know. It looks like we got most of the stuff done tonight that we were going to do already. What's going on here? Did I not plan enough stuff for you guys to do? Oh, and if any of you guys have the tops to
The Christmas ornaments.
The Christmas ornaments, they make the coolest tops for your tassels. And I have some, but of course, I didn't have enough to put them in the kits, and I can't find them anymore. I've been looking for them for the past 2 years, and the stores don't have them. At least the stores I go to. Amazon doesn't have them. Oh, they did, but they're not this kind. There's something a little bit different, and they're not cheap. I wasn't going to pay that for that. But anyway, if you have some, or if you find some at a junk store, and you don't care about the ornaments, look at the tops. They might be pretty cool. And all I did was open them up. You can imagine they're like that, right? Covering up the ornament, and you open them up, and it's really super cool. And then you just fold them in half.
There's thousands of those at Betty's mother's house.
Man, I wish, we need to find somebody to go over there and take them all out, and then you can mail them to me.
She don't even have to take them out. She has them because she used to do paint pours inside of the glass balls.
Oh, so she just has the lids.
Yeah.
Oh, Lordy Lord. Well, yeah. Yep. I can't find them. I mean, I can't find them for the price I used to find them. Let's put it that way. And the ones I find are plain. They don't have all this pretty stuff on it.
Yeah.
And I did that with alcohol ink, in case you're wondering, do they come that way? No, they don't come that way. I did alcohol ink. It's just those silver tops, right? Anyway, so that's something else you probably have in your stash up in your attic somewhere.
Yeah, or at the thrift store around Christmas time when they're putting all that stuff out. Those grab bag of Christmas balls.
Yeah.
And if you just pinch a little hole in the corner of one of those and wiggle them out. I mean, I'm not
that you would do that.
No.
I don't think so, Allie.
No.
No
No.
way, Jose. That is not going to happen. All right. So maybe what I need to do, let's see, what kind of stuff can we glue down on in here?
Have you done your safari journal yet?
That's this one.
Well,
We did that.
I don't remember all those folders and stuff in there.
Well, we did this the first week, and then yesterday, well, let me leave that on for right now. I had done, where to go? I had done this on my own and stuck it in there. And so that's what we did yesterday. I was showing them how I made this little doohickey. I don't know if we really finished it or not, but you know, the rest is you guys just gluing stuff in there to make it the way you want it to look. And then put a couple of pages of that construction paper. And that's all we did for that yesterday. But, you know, we could add to it if you want. Or we could add to this one. There's still plenty of room. It's all what you guys think. What do you guys game for? What do you guys want to do? Any questions so far? Any questions so far? Let me see what I have here in my pile. You know I have a pile.
Of course.
I have all my fibers. I have all my little fabric. I had all my little beads here ready to do all these tassels. That was taken care of.
I think that, hey, Jane, I think the actual Kaboodle kit was the one with the women in it.
Yeah. Yeah. Which we made, okay, I'm getting so confused. Hold on. Oh yeah, the one with the actual women. Was this fabric in that one? No, that was in this one. So the canthas and the canvas, two different canthas, one canvas and one something else was in with the women of Africa. That was in that one. And then all those pictures of those beautiful women, that was in that kit. And we will more than likely we'll play with that next week, you guys, so we can start fresh on that one. But this is one I had already made, and so we'll be making something kind of similar, not exactly, but again with the papers that we have, you know, get them all grungy, find whatever you've got just hanging around that's all messy. I put in my worst eco prints in these because to me those are the prettiest ones, but they're not ones I can sell because people want them to look pretty. I like them all messy and dirty and burnt and everything. So I had to think the other day, I go, oh my goodness, anybody that buys my journal that I make that has eco prints in it, they're going to think, oh my goodness, that's what Rosemary's eco prints look like. They're kind of not too good. And those are the ones I put in my personal journals that I sell. And I was thinking today, maybe I should put a couple of pretty ones in there. So people will say, oh, I guess she does, you know, I like her eco prints.
I think that Jane's keyboard is broke because she's speaking in emojis.
Uh-oh.
So she must be using her mouse.
Uh-oh. Oh, there she is.
Oh.
She just said. Now she's working on her phone, she says.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, dear. So this was one I made with some ladies. I haven't put all the ladies in here yet, but I just wanted to emphasize it. If you guys have, papers that are just a mess, this is the time to use them.
Yeah.
Because it'll look really cool.
Where'd you put your mud cloth?
There it is.
Oh.
I just put a little piece in here.
Yep.
Just because I like the way it feels. I'll need some other things I can glue in there.
So you need to like put something in there about how it's made or something on that page.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. And I had a piece of my rusty left over. Put a little piece of rusty one in there. Again, if you bought the tins, watch the video. You can make some rusty stuff to put in your journals. And when I do the rust, I sit those pieces on cardboard and different things. And this is a piece of some kind of cardboard that all full of the rusty stuff. So I just stapled that in there. And this is some handmade paper that was gifted me. It's made out of blue jeans, out of Levi's,
Oh, wow.
And it was shredded up and turned into paper.
Wow.
Pretty cool, huh? And so there you go. So what's in here? I forgot what's in here. Oh yeah, these are those things. I can put those in there later. And this is just some of the paper. It's just paper that looks like mud cloth. There. And I already did the collage, so that's in the group if you guys want to print it out. And I think the one with the women, I'm going to put the feather, so that'll be on. I think that was in that one, isn't it? I don't remember. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this went with the women. I'm pretty sure. All right, so let's glue something. Let's glue something.
I didn't even get to see him. Betty got your package and she went in the other room with it.
Is that because she thought maybe there was going to be some pink stuff in there? Or?
I don't know.
Wow, tricky. These were sent to me. I didn't print these. That's pretty.
Oh yeah.
So she needs to be in here somewhere. No, she needs to be in the other one with the ladies. Oh, doesn't matter. I'm mixing them all up together, so it doesn't really matter. But I will save that to put in the other one.
Okay, Adria says, I have a question.
Yay, a question. I love it.
And I'm going to let you answer it.
Okay.
I find you ladies entertaining, but I don't really understand what a caboodle is or how this works.
Oh, okay. I'll give you my answer, and then Susan will correct me. Almost 2 years ago. Well, you can correct me as I speak because it's been a year and a half or 2.5. I don't remember how long.
You started January of 2020.
Okay, January of 2020. Okay, first of all, I have an Etsy shop, and a lot of people were having a lot of sales during that period of time, and I was hearing chatter of people buying stuff and then not realizing what to do with it and just buying stuff for stuff. So I was thinking, hey, how about because I was already selling things, how about if I sell stuff, but for that month, I sell something special with a theme, and then that whole month I show them various things that what they can do with that kit. So the kit doesn't just sit there and collect dust. So because most of us enjoy doing junk journals, it was just natural for me to show them different ways of adapting that kit to various types of junk journaling. I did it like a fluke. I thought maybe it would work. Coincidentally, that all happened when COVID happened. And so more people were at home, more people couldn't get out, more people wanted to be distracted. And so I think it was like one of those perfect storm moments where people needed something, I was providing something, and it just kind of caught on. And everyone goes, "Are you going to do it next month? Are you going to do it next month? Are you going to do it next month?" And we did, and we're still doing it. And so what I try to do is come up with a different theme, and the reason why we call them Kaboodle kits was because I was sitting around talking with my husband, telling him I'm going to do this, the very first one. And I said, I need some kind of a name for it. And so he said that I always use the phrase that I'm always using the phrase the whole kit and caboodle, because it was a phrase my grandmother used, my mother used, and as a kid you pick up phrases. So I thought, oh, that sounds kind of catchy, kit and caboodle. Okay. So that's how it got its name. It stuck. And, a year and a half later, here we are. Susan, you can correct me now.
Well, no, not correct, but
Add on.
there you go. So you can go back in Rosemary's video histories, and for each month, you also learned a new technique.
Yeah.
So you didn't have to buy the kit because you probably have all this stuff, or you could buy the kit if you wanted to. And then every Wednesday and Thursday night, starting the first Tuesday of the month, first Wednesday of the month, she starts a new kit. And so there's plenty of tutorials and all kind of ideas. And she did from Asian to funky fish books to winter solstice to
Apothecary.
fabric caboodles and industrial caboodles and apothecary caboodles. So just all kind of cool ideas. So it's just a place to hang out and
my goal, it was like twofold. If you bought my kit, I wanted you to use it. I didn't want you to buy my kit and not use it. And if you didn't buy my kit and you wanted to hang out with us, you were getting tutorials on how to use your own stash and maybe adapt it to the theme that we were doing. So everybody could have fun, and hopefully maybe learn something new. So,
because there's always a history lesson. Just like this month, we're learning all about the spice. No, I keep saying spice, the silk road.
Well, technically it was called both because the trade expanded and they started calling it, by both names. So I don't think either one is incorrect. And well, I forgot what I was going to say. I went blank. I was going to add something, but I don't know what it was.
Or you can just hang out and be harassed and chat. Or
yeah. I mean, we've got people that don't even do this stuff and they hang out with us. So,
Hello.
They just show up to show up, which we're happy.
Adria needs to know if the kit comes with a note to give to her boss to let her out early so she can craft.
I can provide that.
That's
I will
right.
put my name.
And she can also write on the outside of the envelope Happy Mail if you have one of those husbands.
That's right. That's right. So when you get packages, no, honey, this was Happy Mail. I didn't buy nothing.
Yeah, Linda Morel.
Somebody just sent it to me.
I can't believe Rosemary sent me 17 Happy Mails this month.
Oh my goodness. What are we gonna do?
No, I was talking about me, Lana. Lana says, I'm always crafting while I'm lurking.
I think I think we need the plane. Where's the plane going to go? I think the plane should be up here in the sky. Yeah. We need the plane over here in the sky.
It's under Zambia.
Yeah. My husband said the other day, he goes, man, good thing we can't go on vacation anywhere. I don't think you could get away. Those ladies would get mad at you.
That's right.
I said, just have to like pre-pack the month before. Whatever the kit was, they'd have to buy it ahead of time or snooze and lose. Okay, so we'll put the plane. The plane. We're going to put it over here on the fold because I don't like it squished up over there. I must say, I've been having fun watching this guy that owns it's when I say farm, he just produces enough to sustain his farm. Basically, that's what he says. It's not his income. It's the way that, he feeds his animals and enough to buy all his supplies, any tools and all kinds of stuff. But he's in Portugal, and it's really interesting. And right now, I just found him, so I'm kind of late on in the year of what he's doing. But right now, it's March when I'm watching, and he's been busy getting all of his cherries. And I saw like 2 of them with cherries. I saw another one today with picking more cherries because they have different types of cherry trees. So the harvest lasts for a while. It staggers.
Speaking of cherries,
have
you seen Diana lately?
Which one?
Diana created in California. The one you did the swap with, and she came on and
she had a video on, forget, it's been about a month or so, but she had mentioned that they had to like switch up their work and they had to move things, and I think they've been really busy in her job. The job, like the real job, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was why she said she hadn't been before that, because she'd been missing for like about more than a month before that one. And so she had mentioned that she life, they've been having to work more.
Well, I knew they went on vacation, and she made that little book to hold all her stuff to take.
That was so cute. Yeah.
But I hadn't seen anything from her lately. But the way that the algorithm's been working, I've been getting.
Well, she's done a few after that.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's done a few after that. I'm trying to remember what it was. It was a really cool binding she did. She called it an inside out or upside down or a backward or something book. I forget what she called it. It was really cool, though. That's the last one I saw.
Okay.
But I think in that one or the one before, she mentioned that they had been, their routine has really changed a lot. Okay. Which I guess is a good thing. They're busy. Her husband's an artist, so it's hard to make money with art.
Creativity Inc.
Yeah. Okay. I like this too. La-dee-da. Where am I going to put it? Probably up here in a corner. Looks kind of cool like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no, she did one 4 days ago. See, my stuff is
I
not
didn't. I
popping
didn't get
up.
that.
It says journal with me in my big scrappy journal pop-up book.
Uh-oh.
And then she did an all-in-one journal book 2 weeks ago. And then she did the claw binding a month ago.
Okay, I saw the claw binding. So I didn't get a notification. I better make sure they didn't, because what's funny? It's not so funny. I keep getting new subscribers, and my subscriber amount keeps getting less and less. So that means people are getting kicked off, and I think I'm getting kicked off from other people's. They're doing goofy things. So if you guys haven't seen videos from people that you like lately, go over there and make sure you're subscribed. What I've actually done is I've unsubscribed and then resubscribed so that they think I'm new.
Yeah.
So
That'll
I'm
be
gonna
my
go
bedtime.
do that with her, because I bet you they unsubscribed me to her.
Well, I'm still showing subscribe, but yeah. But I think because I've been watching a bunch of off the wall stuff, I'm not getting, because I've been, trying to learn Mandarin and French and watching the boys. Hey, CJ.
Hey, CJ. I messed up big time with CJ.
She likes your newfound jewelry. Thank you, Janice. See, I go looking for stuff when I should just stay in chat and wait for you or Stasia to give me the answer. And now Lana's on steroids today, so she's been.
She's
CJ likes,
brave.
huh?
She's been getting brave lately.
I like it because she
I
says she's
do
on
too.
steroids.
Yeah.
CJ said she likes your newfound jewelry.
Thank you. It can be yours too. You can find it.
That's when I knew that there was something wrong with Annie Mae, because you sold 20 Kaboodle kits, different Kaboodle kits this month, and she was not there.
Yeah, she is one of my biggest fans.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'd go broke without her.
Sherry said she's having that issue too. Not that she had many subscribers to begin with, but she had a little over 1,000. Now she's at 1,000. Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
I couldn't, my subscribers just stopped moving. So I was like, screw it. Oh, look at her. She came out and laughed. I knew. Annie Mae, because she had a limited edition safari caboodle that night with only 18. She had all the mud cloths add-ons. She had the wire book. She had the boiled book. She had and you were nowhere.
Susan even made me save you one. You better save one for her. Whenever she gets back, she's gonna want one of those. You better save her one of those.
She says, I am indeed a Rusty Peacock fangirl. Leslie said she had to resubscribe to several channels.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Did you get my message about the eco prints, Auntie? Did you get that? You may have answered me, but I haven't looked over there this afternoon.
Oh, so you do have a way to communicate with her.
When she through Etsy, but she didn't communicate with me when I communicated with her.
She just said, whoa, hold up. I emailed Rosemary about setting aside a boiled book for me ages ago.
I did that, but that wasn't what she told me to save for you. She told me to save a safari one for you.
You ended up with 2 extra safari books, and after the live that night, you said, I'll put them in my shop. I said, no, you need to save one for Annie Mae because she wasn't around.
That's right. No, and I didn't sell yours, Auntie. I didn't sell. I don't like, say I'm going to save you something, or I say, you know what I'm saying. No, I did not sell it to anybody else.
She said, great. Did you save me one?
Yes. Am I not speaking English?
That's right, Annie Mame. And if something had truly would have happened to you, we would have sold it to your next of kin. So
Yeah, I would have it buried with you. She wanted this really bad, people. Can you please make sure she gets it?
what you do have a replay button, Annie Mame. Man, there was so much selling going on that night. I was just like,
she was exhausted the next day. See, because I never had done that before. I never did the ad. Well, no, I did that once, but I didn't do it live. They were just they were in there, and that was it. But because I knew I had limited, and I know because you guys that show up here on Wednesdays and Thursdays, it's almost always the same one. So you're very supportive. And so I thought, well, if I only have a limited amount, I better give it to you guys. And then Susan was, down my throat. You better let them have first choice because they support you. Yes, Mama. So that's why it's all her fault. It was complicated for her because she wanted you guys to have first dibs. So it's all her fault. I take no blame at all.
I own it.
And that's how that came about. So no apologies from my part. No apologies. Hey, you guys, how about we punch some holes in here and kind of weave it in there?
There you go.
This is so thin. I think it would look kind of cool. Let's try it, you guys.
That's right, Mame. There were only 18 of those kits. Only 18. And there was 50-something people here that night.
Oh, yes. Let's do this. I better punch a hole first or else. Yeah. Let's do the hole. A little bit of a hole first or else it may not go through. Because you got to get that fabric. The double fabric there on the eye to go through. So oh no, I just tore it. That's what I didn't want to do. Okay, so let's just go up above. Stay calm, Rosemary. Don't get all excitable.
Mame said she'll message you and Etsy and y'all can figure out the details.
Okie dokie.
Now, how are you going to get that ribbon through those tiny holes?
That's what I'm working on, girl. What do you? Nobody is paying attention to me tonight.
Well, I thought you were going to use like the thin line hole puncher or something. I didn't know you were going to like try and get a camel through a needle eye.
Well, it is Africa.
CJ said use your hole punch.
Yeah, I probably will end up doing that. I'll be a good girl.
You am what, Lana? What are you? You am what?
Ouch. Oh, my leg. I've been complaining about my leg a lot. And I just went to the doctor and she goes, well, let's just work on one thing at a time. I said, excuse me, but I have to live with the leg all the time. I can't tell my leg, can you hold it until we get my blood pressure settled? My doctor doesn't want me to deal with two things at one time.
Oh, they're paying attention. I'm not.
About what?
About whatever you just said. Are y'all not paying attention to me? Well, at least she listens to you, CJ.
Oh, right. God. Here we go.
Like Mame says, why take the easy way out when you can keep stabbing at yourself and the page?
I know. See, if I make it look more difficult than it is, and you go, wow, look at what Rosemary's teaching us. Look how hard that was.
And look at the hole she's making. Are you going to sew it through?
Yes.
Oh.
That's why I was using a stink. See, again, does anybody listen to what I'm saying? No. Holy moly.
Well, you must have a big eye in that needle. Was I not listening again? What did I miss now? Shit.
I'm just not saying anything anymore. You have any questions? Ask Susan. I'd love to see what her answer is.
Tossing too many techniques at me. I don't know.
Please ask Susan.
You know what? I'm doing my job out here in chat and picking up the empty popcorn buckets and stuff out of the aisle. So just.
Are you getting the gum?
Yep.
Okay. That's all that matters. You get that stinking gum off the seat. I'm happy.
Annie Mae says she went to the doctor yesterday. The woman is on her case. Apparently, her last 2 blood pressure readings were high.
Is she gonna share with us how high?
And Janet says, "Dust the needle with material through it on the desk."
Thank you.
CJ said, "Yes, that's why I said use the hole punch."
Okay. Oh, you guys.
I'm over here trying to negotiate a kit deal between you and Annie Mae. I wasn't paying attention to you threading no. I remember you saying, I need to weave that through because it's a really thin piece. But then after that, I quit paying attention.
Oh, goodness.
Man.
I'm doing delicate work here.
Annie Mae said, "Don't gasp. I think she's just making a fuss. It can't be that big a deal to have a little bit higher blood pressure." I asked Rosemary.
Hey,
while you were out in California, Rosemary was having issues with medication to get hers regulated.
It made me very sick. I was sick and worrying about you. Can you imagine? Maybe that's why my blood pressure went up. Maybe it's all Auntie's fault. Huh. Didn't think about that one.
Bet it is.
Didn't think about that one. It might be all her fault.
And see, listen to that. Janice said, "As someone who has had to have a stent or 2 put in my heart artery, yes, it could be a problem."
Oh, yeah.
Oh, see there, Lana's recommending me for moderator of the year, so blah. Annie Mae said, "Rosemary, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, geez, like I don't get blamed enough." And Jane told Mame, either the Kaboodle kits are doing it to you or they are helping. You have so many.
I think finding places for her darn books, that's putting her over the edge.
Peggy's is probably high because she finally back on her iPad. The PC's updating 3 programs and backing up external hard drive.
Oh my goodness.
Her brain hurts.
I bet. I think I need one little more hole up here on the top.
CJ said she has white coat disease, so she tells the doctor to leave and it goes down.
Well, what happens is the nurse takes it and it's 1, and then when the doctor comes in, she takes it and it's as lowered like almost 20 points. I said, so I've got a nurse syndrome instead of a white coat syndrome.
Can you put me in a closer examination room, please? I'm sorry, I only had to park in the parking garage down the street and walk across the drive and go 30 flights to get down here. I'm tired.
I know.
And then you want me to fill out this damn form again to make sure my stuff is updated. It hasn't changed.
And then they want to know who you've been with. Did they have any symptoms? Have you had any symptoms? Have you traveled? By the time they interrogate you, your blood pressure's gone up.
Janet said, yeah, a heart attack hurts like hell. She thought it was indigestion, but it got worse and worse.
Ouch. Yeah, I think what was concerning her, I mean, obviously the pressure was up, but she was getting worried, and I was getting worried, like, oh dear, nothing is working. It didn't budge. They had, I call them cocktails, 3 different cocktails of medication, and my blood pressure did not budge. And she was telling me that sometimes it's your body is resistant. And did we figure out if that was the liver, the kidney that those medications go through? I already forgot now. Anyway, and I said, okay, so if my body continues to resist the medication, and obviously my blood pressure has to go down, what do they do? And she says they put a stent in your, at whatever it was, your liver or your what you call it, kidney. Forget which one she said. And I go, uh-oh. I don't think I want to have to be doing that. So we were both very relieved when the last group of medications actually put my blood pressure down. So that was good. But that
I was just reading CJ's comment. I wondered if her doctor is Doogie Howser.
Why?
Because she said, my doctor comes up to my boobs, which scares me since I'm only 5'2". Leslie said it's a kidney stent.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so she was saying, if we don't get this down, that's the only alternative that we have. And I go, oh no, please.
No, Annie Mames, her meds weren't off. They were trying to find the right ones.
Yeah, I wasn't. I hadn't been on any meds, but my blood pressure started going up. But none of the medications they were giving me were working, and the beta blocker literally made me ill, which was not fun at all. Let's see. What should we do? Let me see. Where's my little... Oh, it's down here. Well, never mind. So I was having to go in every week while she was monitoring the medication, and every week I went in, she changed it because it wasn't working. So when I went in yesterday, she goes, well, I don't have to see you for a whole month. Whoa, what are we going to do with our time now? Surprise, surprise. Why? What does that mean? It doesn't want you know. You may respond real quick to medication. She says it is not common that your body is resistant to it. So that's why she was getting kind of concerned. What?
I'm here.
Look at you.
I can't. I'm standing in the refrigerator eating homemade pudding out of a bowl before I get caught.
Oh my goodness. What is Peggy talking about? Wait. I've missed something here. See, you don't let me read, and I get so confused.
Peggy said her physical in July she could have gotten at CVS. She never removed any clothing, looked in the ears, and listened to her chest.
Did they at least do a blood test on you? That's what gives them more information than anything else. Where did I put all my stuff? Huh?
I have to be sneaky like this too when I just want a sip of milk.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to dirty a glass.
Who are you hiding from, Betty or the dogs?
Betty, because she sees me drinking out of the milk carton and I have to hear it.
Oh, she might be listening to this. Did you ever think about that? Oh no, she only listens when we have a sale. I forgot.
I know, and then when I go check the mail, there's something from the Rusty Peacock. I'm like, what? Made it back safely. Okay. Annie Mame says, Peggy, your physical sounds like my last date. There's Vicky. She says, Rosemary, you look great or sound great, and I love all those bracelets.
Oh, thank you, Vicky. Did you get your stamps? They went out.
Peggy was probably mad because she didn't get to pilfer any medical supplies while the...
Oh, that's right. All the paper goods and everything.
That's right. She gets those long Q-tips and...
Now, did she ask for them, or did she just gently put them in her purse?
I think she just gently puts them in her purse.
Oh. I can't get this through here.
So did they let you return all that unused medication?
No. You can't return medication.
You can't return hamburger meat either, I found out.
If it's a recall.
We went to Kroger one time and I always buy ground chuck or ground round, not ground beef.
Okay.
So I picked up several packages. Well, I checked out, and as we were walking out the door, one of them was on the top of the bag, and I said, "That's ground beef." So I walked, and it was like 5 pounds. So I walked up to the courtesy booth, and I said, "Oops." I was walking out the door, and I noticed that this is ground beef. I wanted ground round. And she said, okay, we'll go get you what you wanted. I said, do you want me to take that back there with me? She said, oh, no, ma'am, we have to throw this away. You left the store with it. I said, I was in the foyer between the two sets of glass doors. Mm-hmm. She said, no, ma'am, we can't put it back on the shelf.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. I guess they figured I might have injected it like with some crack or something.
Could have, I mean, also, it could have been out in the heat and it went bad, and, so they have to have like a blanket rule for all that.
I hadn't left the store.
Yeah, well, that's you, but that's not everybody, and everybody has to play the same game, I guess.
You're right, because I would want them to do that for me.
That's right. You want to make sure when you get your meat, it wasn't sitting in somebody's car for a half hour.
Right. That's right.
Okay, well, it took an hour and a half to put that on there, but that's okay. I think it looks cute. So sometimes you have to sacrifice cuteness,
Think how long it would have taken trying to get it through those tiny needle holes.
Stop it. Just stop it. And look, both sides are cute. See?
Wow.
Yeah. It's the old doble.
I don't know, Annie, ma'am. I wasn't listening.
Oh dear, now what?
He said, "What is Rosemary saying?"
Oh, you got it. That's about it. That wraps it up. Clear as mud cloth. Okay, let's.
Bark cloth.
No. What's you in the bark cloth? Why are
Well,
you on the bark cloth kick?
Don't you sell bark cloth?
I have some, and I have in the past. Yes.
Okay, what is it?
What is what? Bark cloth? Okay.
I know what mud cloth is.
I'm going to repeat this one more time.
Oh.
Please take notes.
Ma'am, are you listening?
And Janice will correct me. Okay. I don't know what year. There used to be literal bark cloth made by islanders. They would take bark from a certain tree. I can't remember the name of the tree. They would beat it, and it would they would make cloth out of the bark of the tree, and it had a certain texture to it. Fast forward to like the 1930s, and somebody decided they wanted to replicate the texture that was made when they made bark cloth. So they replicated that exact texture, and then that fabric became known as bark cloth. In reality, it is mimicking bark cloth, but I have seen people on YouTube selling bark cloth, explaining exactly what I explained to you, except they say that's what they're selling. Nobody is selling bark cloth, real bark cloth. They are buying replicated bark cloth that was started manufacturing in the 30s and manufactured all the way up through about the early to mid 60s. And then it became unpopular and they just didn't do it anymore. So when you get bark cloth, again, make sure it's really bark cloth, because people really the modern bark cloth, because there's stuff out there that people are selling as bark cloth, and it's not bark cloth. It's just some kind of a linen that, anyway, I'm not going to get into all that. But anyway, so it is a certain texture, and it was used as upholstery fabric. They make pillows, drapery, all kinds of home goods was covered with that stuff. And if you've seen old movies and it's got these very bright, large, vibrant island prints, those were probably, if it was during that era, was probably bark cloth. A lot of Hawaiian prints. You would see it all over in decorating in Southern California and in Florida. It was very popular in Hawaii.
Hang tight. Nancy said I wasn't listening. Can you repeat?
No.
She's kidding.
I know.
It says it was made. It was once a treasure in Asia, Africa, and the Pacific. Bark cloth comes primarily from trees of the family. I'm not even going to say it, but it's like the mulberry.
Mm-hmm.
Including
it is a mulberry family.
Bruschetta papifera, Atrocarpus atilis. It is made by beating sodden strips of the fibrous inner bark of these trees into sheets, which are then finished into a variety of items. Many texts mention paper, clothing, are actually referring to bark cloth.
Yeah. And so, I have pet peeves, and this is one of them. When you've got people selling on their live sales bark cloth and they tell them it's expensive because it's beaten down off of a tree, it's like, no, I do not think what you have is real bark cloth. I think you have mid-century bark cloth, and that is not made from a tree. So I want to scream when people tell other people at their sales that the reason it's expensive is because it's beaten off of a tree. It is not. Anyway. And then there are some manufacturers, which some of the sellers sell, and it's not even mid-century bark cloth. It's like any other cloth, like this fabric here, that this is real African fabrics. And the way a lot of them you can tell is because obviously it'll tell you that it's the Holland brand, and they're the ones that make it. Also, if you look on most of the fabrics I sent you, I can't find one right now. Hello. The print is the same in the front and the back. You don't see that like in fabric like you and I will buy here. But that is a telltale sign that this is authentic, okay, because of the way that it's manufactured. The print is the same on both sides, just as vibrant. You can't tell usually which is the front and which is the back. But then you have manufacturers that will take this print and will print it just like things are printed here in the United States. And then when you flip it over, it's white, like our fabrics are. That is not authentic African fabrics because it's not. But people will say that they have, and they don't, right?
Okay, well, get off your high horse now, because it says some communities in Southeast Asia are reviving the practice. It says at Monbong Traditional Village on Alor Island, Indonesia, tourists can see members of the Kaboodle ethnic group wear bark cloth and dance traditional dances.
Stop. Bark cloth does not look like cloth that we would buy. Trust me, I have some. I have some real bark cloth. It does not look like real fabric.
Well, I doubt you have any real bark cloth.
So
But
I do. Don't please don't say what you do not know.
I believe it says that that they're trying to revive the practice back in this one little place.
Yeah, there are. I mean, there's places in Mexico. I forget the name of the tree they use. They're making bark cloth. A lot of you people have probably seen those beautiful prints. I'll bring one right now. There are these beautiful prints that are done in one particular village in Mexico, and they beat the bark, and it's just like bark cloth. And it is bark cloth. But it's from a different plant. It's not from the tree not from the mulberry tree. I mean, that makes mulberry paper. It's from a different one. So the texture's a little different, but the process is identical. Okay.
And see, to me, I would think bark cloth would be like dark and ugly and rough feeling. And this picture that I'm showing you on your screen, that I wouldn't think would be bark cloth.
Yeah, because there's different trees that they make it from. Hold on, where's my I gotta find it.
Did you just step on one of your puppies?
No, I'm looking for bark cloth. I'm barking. I thought it would answer me so I could find it. Oh man. Okay, where did that little sneaker go? I must have put it over with my handmade papers. Now, where did I put all my handmade papers? I got so organized. Where did I put all my handmade papers? Oh well. This also might be for another day. Oh, here's some. Okay, here we go. Hello. Too organized, Rosemary. Too organized. All right, here we go.
Oh, that's interesting, Janice.
Uh-oh, what did Janice tell you?
She said the mulberry tree family is good for this, and the same trees the Japanese make the paper for screens, fans, umbrellas, etc., or washi paper from.
Okay, this is made from bark.
Oh yeah.
See, and it is the color you're saying, but it is just so soft and supple. But this is made from bark, okay? Also, hold on. I have some other pieces here. This right here is made from bark.
Well, now I ain't never seen any of that on no live sale.
That's why I'm telling you. They don't have. No. See, again, nobody's listening. This is also bark cloth.
That's cool looking.
And now, and this is the same thing. And this is all just beaten down literally on stones, with stones. Okay, so that is the original bark cloth. And then mid-century, early, before mid-century, they loved the texture, so they wanted to mimic that look, and they created a textile that resembled the texture of bark cloth. Hold on, I'll go get you some.
I know I wouldn't want no dress made out of that bark cloth.
Now, this isn't like the bright ones I was talking about because they're on the bottom of the pile, but these are bark cloth nonetheless. So when the ladies say they're selling bark cloth, this is bark cloth, but it's not made
The traditional.
the original bark cloth. This is made to resemble the texture of bark cloth. I don't think, well, maybe you can see that texture. Can you see that?
A little bit.
It's got a lot of bubbly. It's very textured. Let's just say very textured. And this is what bark cloth is. Okay. They don't, most places, there's only maybe one or two manufacturers that even manufacture it today. And it's really hard to find anything new. But what was I going to say? Oh, so what there is out there, even like on Etsy and other places, they sell fabric and they call it bark cloth. And it's not even this kind of bark cloth. They have taken the design of traditional bark cloth, but there was a lot of traditional looks and designs on bark cloth. They've taken, like, say they take this design and they print it on a regular piece of cotton. It's not woven like this. It doesn't, have the texture that this has, and it's not manufactured by a bark cloth manufacturer. It's just a regular piece of fabric that has the design or the motif that was common in bark cloth, and they're selling that as bark cloth. So it's like 2 times now removed from real bark cloth. Anyway, don't get me started. I know I've already started myself, but anyway. So, I mean, you can buy whatever you want, but don't let somebody fool you into thinking you're buying something and charging you a price that, that fabric should be, when you're not even really getting what they're saying that you're getting. So, it's risky. Even like when I get my bark cloth, I'm taking the risk that the person is showing me the photograph of the thing they're actually selling, as opposed to trying to trick me. So I ask a lot of questions. I'll get the photograph, blah 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 blah. Fortunately, I haven't been taken yet. Each time I've gotten my bark cloth, it's real bark cloth. So I'm happy about that. But
Yeah, but for like idiots like me, if I go to a sale, somebody sell me box, like, oh yeah, the bark cloth, because I wouldn't have a clue until.
that's why I get mad. That's why I get mad. I don't get mad at that person. I get mad that people are being taken, and and they don't even know they're being taken, so it doesn't really bother them, because they don't know the difference. But I know the difference, and I get mad. It's like, no, no, I never call them out during the sale, because I think that would be, I wouldn't do that. But I have contacted them after their sale, and I said, in the future, and I kind of read them the riot act, because it aggravates me. Fabric that they, like on a live sale, maybe fabric they shouldn't sell for any more than $1 or $2 a yard, because it's not really bark cloth. It's something with this motif printed on cotton. There's no way, because real bark cloth is expensive. You just go look right now on eBay. eBay has quite a few different ones, and you usually cannot find the fabric. You can only find curtains, or things that were already made with bark cloth. It's hard to find bark cloth that hasn't been used, just raw fabric. That's even more expensive than if you were to get say a curtain. But most of the stuff you find for bark cloth, it's going to be something that's already been made into something else. And now, if you want to use it as a curtain, or if you want to use it to make pillows, or like for us, you want to use it in your journals and stuff, you have to cut it all up and use it again. So,
Yeah, Peggy said she has her mom's bark cloth curtains from the 50s.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So,
Hey, Jude.
anyway, and there is a manufacturer in Hawaii that makes bark cloth, but it's not cheap either. I had a friend, we redid all of her furniture. All of her furniture is covered with bark cloth. It's just gorgeous, with an island motif, because she lives on the island, so why not? And it's just beautiful. So, boys and girls, what did we learn today?
I don't bring up bark cloth.
Don't try to sell Rosemary any bark cloth.
Okay, so Jude just marked herself safe. She's been in MIA lockdown.
Oh, you got to mark her down. Okay, good.
Yeah, they must have had one case.
Oh yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. I went over time with my rant.
I don't know. Huddled down in a corner over here. I'm not moving. You just do what you want to do.
Are you eating something? Are you hiding? What's going on?
So I'm thinking maybe the sellers were swindled too.
Well, what happens is they might listen to other people, or they don't do their homework. They just look up, like if they just looked up bark cloth, somebody told them they have bark cloth. They look it up just like you did. And it's made in this country, and they do this. So she thinks that's how it's done. I don't know. But all I can say is, as a seller, if you're going to sell something you're not too aware of, and you're hyping it as something that is something special, you better do your homework and find out if it really is as special as you're hyping it to be. And don't listen to who you bought stuff from. if you're going to resell something, do your own homework, because you're ultimately responsible to tell your customers the truth. Who you bought it from is not responsible for how you sell something. Only you are. So anyway, that's my opinion. No one pays attention to me anyway. What? What did you say?
Kathy D said she learned, don't be fooled by fake bark cloth.
Very good. You get to go to the front of the class.
No, I'm not eating banana pudding, Kathy D. I hate banana pudding. Betty,
I don't like that either.
Betty made banana pudding for her, but she made me just a big bowl of homemade vanilla pudding because she made her pudding from scratch.
Yummy, yummy. That does sound good. Yummy, yummy. Okay, ladies, I think we're done. Right, Susan? You don't need us for any cover anymore, do you? Cover in the night.
Says, yeah, the Girl Scout oath. I will not sell false goods.
Oh my
goodness. Says banana skins are turned into cloth.
Oh, I bet you that would be cool.
Good night, Stasia.
Good night, Stasia.
Her phone's shutting down.
She's gonna dream about mud cloth now. She's gonna have a nightmare. The cloth will be coming after her.
No, probably all these people are going back and they're sending pissy emails to the people they bought this fake bark cloth. You need to take yourself off what you think you're selling me. Nancy didn't ask you to repeat that. Jude said Samoan and our Maori cloth made from bark for Samoan is not a cloth. Ours is from flax and it's not anything like fabric.
Cool. Who said that?
Jude.
Oh, okay. She knows. She knows stuff. Yeah, I had some Samoan well, there was this family in Hawaii, and they made their own really, really cool stuff. But they were using, what were they using?
Cats.
No. No. What were they using? Ooh, she was doing linen thread using, oh my goodness, that must be beautiful. What were they using? Oh, I wish I could remember. No, wait a minute. I think they were from Tonga. No. They were from Samoa. Samoa's the one where everybody's royalty, right? I'm getting confused. I've been gone too long. Everybody's descended from royalty, the Samoans, right?
I don't know. That's what I say when I want another helping of dinner. Janice said Woody Harrelson says we should make cloth from hemp. It's very easy to grow and plentiful.
Yeah, I can barely boil plants to print, let alone pound stuff. I'm not so much into the pounding stuff.
You know, that's what I was telling Betty the other day. How in the world does the government think that they can take something that is made, that naturally grows, that God put on the earth as a bush, a herb, a tree, whatever, and tell me it's illegal? Now, I can see you busting me for making some, and
moonshine,
making stuff in my bathtub and selling it, but if I want to walk outside and smoke some hibiscus, whatever.
Whatever.
Right.
Now see how the print is the same on both sides, you guys? Auténtico. Okay.
Authentico what?
This is African fabric.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, I like how that looks. Hello.
Yeah, exactly, Anne. If Rosemary's confused, we're in trouble.
Oh, I like that.
Shoot, no, Nancy. It sounds like it's a rare commodity. Well, smoke no bark cloth. Good night, Vicky.
We're gonna glue this. Night, Vicky. We're gonna glue this down and call it a night. I'm getting hungry.
You should have had some pudding.
I would if I couldn't. Oops. Richard's been doing his new thing with the keto thing.
Yep.
He's already driving those people crazy.
Oh, God.
See, the whole premise was they were going to get his numbers down and all this stuff. Well, he's gotten his numbers down all by himself.
Right?
He's trying to figure out how he can introduce real food into his diet. But how can I eat real food? Oh, boy.
Oh, cool for you, Jane.
Oh, what'd Jane do?
She said that they can now grow it there. There's some just flowering. I know it makes the most beautiful buds. The buds are the best, especially if they have like red hairs on them.
Uh-oh.
Kathy said, "How is his diet going?"
He's doing good. Without even knowing it, he was pretty much already doing the keto type of diet because just by process of elimination from his sugar.
Yeah, but aren't you having to learn it too now so you can prepare dinner?
I pretty much have already been doing it.
Yeah.
His problem is trying to figure out, because he told, so he was talking to us, what is your diabetic doctor called? Endocrinologist or something? What are they called?
I don't have one. I don't know.
Endocronio. I don't know. You guys know what I'm talking about. That doctor is really cool because Richard can email him anytime and he will, he'll answer him that day. And multiple times if Richard has comments. So anyway, Richard had told him that he, through his insurance and he could sign up for this program and he was going to do it. And so he explained to him what it was and that they claim they can bring down your A1C to a certain point. Well, Richard's already done that. And so his doctor says, why are you doing that? Because, your numbers are already good. And Richard says, because I can't eat anything. And because through Richard's research, and I don't even know what is what, because he tells me, I get it when he's telling me, and then afterwards I can't explain it. But there's like so many things going on in your body at the same time that has to do with your sugar, has to do with your pancreas, has to do with his liver, because he does have a liver condition. I mean, you know how everything is connected, right? So his A1C is down and the keto needs to be at a certain place. But if it goes out of a certain range, what happens is your pancreas kicks in, your liver kicks in and does its thing. And there's a really sweet spot where all of it balances, and that's where he wants to get to. So when he was talking to his doctor, he explained to his doctor, yeah, my A1C is great. This is great. That's great. He says, but I can't eat. I can't do this. I can't do that. I got to be concerned about my liver and blah, 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 blah. And so the doctor got all kind of intrigued. And so Richard sent him research, and we were just cracking up because to me it was like the scene out of What About Bob? Well, don't you think you should give him this and give him that? Here's the doctor, get information from my husband about the program he wants to be on. And my husband's educating the doctor about why he thinks it would be good that he would try it. So at the end, the doctor agreed with him. Yeah, I see your point. And but it's only been like a week or so since he's been technically on it. But his numbers were already down. He's just trying to figure out eventually how he's going to add stuff. So
Peggy said, is he using blood monitor to check ketones?
he's not using a blood. Yes, yes. I was I was going to never mind. He had a whole big long discussion with his insurance company. They were saying, yeah, we'll give you a blood monitor, but they were talking about there's a special one for sugar and a special one for keto. So he does both. The answer is he does both. Yeah. That's the only way you can make it accurate. And so when I was saying that he was going to drive his doctors crazy, I mean his insurance and the program crazy, is because in his insurance information, it says that his insurance will cover unlimited test strips for the keto, and the company itself recommends to test it 2 times a day. Well, my husband, the way he got his A1C down is he tested himself like every couple of hours to see what exactly was making, so he would know whatever he ate, what was it that was making his sugar go crazy, because, it was just all over the place. So he would literally do it all the time. So he goes, I'm doing the same thing with this keto thing so I can figure it out, So he's going to need a lot more. So that's why also he contacted the doctor, because he thought it'd probably be easier if the doctor just, prescribed X amount of strips for him. So after explaining everything, the doctor says, yeah, whatever you want. If you think you're going to need more and they give you a hassle, just let me know. And, and I'll shoot him off a prescription for the strips. So he's all set, ready to go.
Peggy says she uses the Keto Mojo monitor. It checks the glucose and the ketones.
The Mojo monitor.
Keto Mojo monitor.
For some reason, I think that's what he has, but I don't think it checks both of them. I think I'm going to double check with him. I thought it only, I don't know. I'm going to have to double check with him. I think he has to do the sugar and the ketones separately. Yeah, that's what he's going to have to learn, Peggy. He's got to, that's his whole reason to check after he eats certain things, because that'll, let him know. I mean, that's how he has regulated his diabetes with no medication, because he tested it so much. He narrowed down every single thing that made his sugar skyrocket. And the doctors can't believe his numbers are so low without any medication, but it's because he's eliminated everything from his diet. Poor guy.
He said the Keto Mojo does both, but you use 2 different strips.
Oh, okay. So maybe his does. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, sometimes I don't know what I'm talking about. Especially he just started all that, like I said, about a week ago. Cool.
Yes, Kathy, he can't have tamales.
But when she brought them over, he did eat. What he did is he didn't have, what didn't he have? There was something at that time he had added nuts to his, small amount, like an ounce of nuts. He can't even handle any nuts. It would skyrocket it, So during that period of time when he was testing all that, he says, well, I'm not going to have any nuts, but I'm going to have a tamale. So the tamale did not shoot his sugar up as much as the nuts did. And he's supposed to be able to eat nuts. That's how crazy his body is with all this stuff. So it was kind of interesting.
Well, just don't get the honey roasted.
He doesn't.
It's a
He
joke.
doesn't. Has 2 siblings. Okay, great. Yeah, he probably told me that, and it kind of went over my head that he can do, both with different strips. It probably went over my head. He gave me so much information.
He's making fabric beads while he's talking.
Yeah, and I was like, hello, I'm not a doctor. I don't know what you're talking about. Your doctor doesn't even know what you're talking about.
Like, go
He
eat.
loves macadamia nuts, and they shot his sugar up horrible. So he's got that balance between not having to shoot up his sugar and anyway, you know what I'm saying. So he's got, and he doesn't want to take the medication, although if other numbers are low, he asked the doctor, okay, so if I'm keeping this low and that low and it's going back and forth, what is that doing to my liver? Because the liver kicks in, right? And so in the long run, even though he's got his numbers low, is it more advantageous for him just to break down and take the medication for the diabetes so that he can eat regular food, so he's not forcing his body to manufacture stuff? You know what I'm saying. Anyway, it's complicated, needless to say. But he's kind of a nerd. He's enjoying the whole thing. He's a numbers guy. He's a research guy. He knows more about that particular little niche than his doctor does. So his doctor's now is trying to get information from my husband. So he's getting educated about that because my husband's done so much research. It's ridiculous. So it's kind of funny. I would eat something, and 1 hour later, yeah.
Good night, Leslie.
You should not go up more than 30 points. Points on what, Peggy?
The keto.
Sugar. Oh, the ketos. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, interesting. It's interesting. I've learned a lot through his experience. And he gets all mad because my sugar, I don't have any problem with well, he never did until about 2 years ago. And the doctor did a bunch of tests the last time I went in on me because of, my body not reacting to the medication at that particular time. And even without fasting, my sugar was only like, I think it was 98 or something like that. And I hadn't even fasted.
So you said your glucose not elevate more than 30 points.
Oh yeah, Richard's rarely does. I mean, it used to, but he's got it down pretty good right now. His numbers are about, they hover right like 92 anywhere to like 110, and that's without medication. He's just doing that with through his diet. So he's doing pretty good, really good actually. And his A1C was what? It was 5 point, he was like 5.5, something like that. Which when he first found out that he had issues, it was all the way up to like almost 7. So he's brought that down to normal basically. Yeah, he very may, yeah, he might be Peggy. But yeah, so he's having fun. He's having fun doing nerdy stuff. Okay, ladies, we've kept Susan up long enough. She's dying to get into that refrigerator again before Betty shows up.
Huh.
She's dying, or she's already got her face in there. It's probably already in there.
I was standing in there in the dark with just the glow of the refrigerator light, enjoying my pudding. I wasn't bothering nobody.
Okay, ladies, you guys take care. Have a fun weekend. Do what makes you have fun. At least once. At least once.
Exactly. At least once.
At least once.
Go
Susan's
clean your craft rooms.
Yeah, do a video. Yeah, do a video. All right, ladies. Good night. Good night, Susan. Enjoy. Enjoy
Yep.
your meal.
Tomorrow's Friday. Yeah, yeah.
Yay, yay, yay.
Pudding face. That's me.
Good. All right, ladies. See you guys soon. Have fun. Work on your journals. Please.
Good night.
Good night, Susan.